What's up, everybody? Oh, jeez. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Booth Review Podcast. This is Season 4, Episode 7, along with Brandon Higley, Nathan King, and we have two special guests today in studio. Two Pio baseball players, Caleb Walker to my left here, and then Anthony Snyder. He's welcome back for his third trip back, I think.
So.
Third
trip. That sounds
so,
right.
We're going to be getting into the NFL today, as usual, a little bit of NBA, and then we'll recap the college football playoff rankings again for the second straight week. Yeah. Nate, take it away.
Yeah, we're keeping that intro, of course, but I think the first thing that we should start with is I think we should go over the games like we typically do, and then we can probably transition into college football. So
yeah, we did that last week, but we kind of messed up the order, so like we left ourselves a little.
Yeah, and we also had to completely restart. So we'll just have to be more brief with everything, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk for 20 minutes about the Panthers and Saints game again. So
well, we can skip it. We can skip it.
Okay, spend 20 minutes on the Panthers and Giants game.
So the first game, which actually happened on air while we were podcasting last week, was Bengals-Ravens. Bengals were up big, actually. I believe they were up 14 at the point that we left.
We both made our game picks mid-game and said the Bengals have this in the bag.
Bengals have this in the bag.
Totally
They're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we want to talk about that, I say the first thing that we talk about is Joe Burrow needs some help here.
Yeah. What, like 900 passing yards and, was it 9 tutties in 2 games against the Ravens?
Against the Ravens.
And he's 0-2?
0-2.
Yeah.
His stats, he's played like a top 5 quarterback, and they're 4-6 right now. Yeah, it's really not on him. The defense has kind of been piss poor and kind of dwindling their leads away most of the time.
Yeah, the question I wanted to ask is, like, is Zach Taylor on the hot seat if they miss the playoffs this year?
I think so, yeah. I think that Zach Taylor would be on the hot seat for the sole fact that, the talent that they had and to not get it done, and now they're going to lose all of that talent because, free agency coming up.
Well, I don't think Higgins is going to be back anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
He's not happy with them.
But they let players already walk in the past. Letting Bates walk was huge, so I think that they've really messed up in that sense. And I think that, with the surveys that come out yearly, even though a lot of people may not care about them, when you rank dead last in almost every category for how the team treats its players, you're probably not going to have a lot of them stay, and you're seeing that now with players demanding trades.
It's always been a bad organization, though.
You boys know your stuff around here.
We have your comedic relief.
Yeah, I guess. All I know is Joey B. That's all I know.
Is Zach Taylor on the hot seat?
I don't even know who's Zach.
It's their coach.
It's their head coach.
If they miss the playoffs, he's gone. He's got to be, at least.
How long has he been there? I guess
this is his 4th or 5th year.
Somewhere around there.
5th year.
Still pretty young.
Haven't they had good seasons every year?
They went to the Super Bowl, but they haven't made the playoffs since.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Against Stafford and lost?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just get rid of Joe Burrow. I think he's the issue.
Yeah, trade him to Pittsburgh. Trade him to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right? Or the Cowboys. They need it right now.
They actually really do.
Yeah, they do need it.
We'll get on to the Dak hate.
Oh, well.
Even though he didn't play.
I'm almost on that train now. I used to not, but now I might be part of it.
We're completely on the Dak train. Well, the Dak hate train, of course.
Yeah.
Dakota Sky.
Baker Mayfield with the Cowboys.
What's your opinion, Snyder, on
Yeah, I don't think – even if they do make the playoffs, if they lose in the wild card, I can't see them moving forward as a head coach. Their offense is firing pretty much on all cylinders, even with Chase Brown putting up, his fantasy points, but 20 fantasy points. He ran for, I think, close to 100 yards, had a touchdown. Yeah, he's been here for 2 weeks. Offense is firing. Defense isn't.
Bills
really
legend Zach Moss also.
Yeah.
Bills legend Zach Moss. He almost turned the franchise around.
He
almost.
Yeah, no, you're right. The offense is way too good to be 4-6 right now. It's kind of a joke.
No, I think they've played like a 6 or 7 win team, honestly, and I feel like they did start off slow, but I feel like they're much better than what the record shows. And if they could sneak their way into the playoffs, it'd be a hard team to go against. No one would want to see the Bengals first round.
That's how the Bengals are every year. They start off slow every single year, and every year for the Bengals, it's a chase to see if they can win enough games in the last 2 or 3 weeks to make the playoffs. And this time, they might be too far down to make a comeback.
Absolutely agree. No, I think that the Bengals, I think it is Burrow in the first few games. He starts the seasons poor, but I feel like the games that they have been losing recently, again, not on him. So.
Yeah, they just get after it way too much in the offseason. They start out slow. So.
Well, they brought in Zach Moss.
Zach Moss and Chase Brown.
So. Joe Mixon's gone. So, they made a great transaction. Pretty lateral there. So.
There's the word.
No, I found it. I was searching.
No, yeah, you're right. And then they went out and upgraded at tight end, getting Gesicki, who's actually been pretty good this year too. So it's not the offense, no doubt.
On the other side, the Ravens come back with a win. 2 questions I have. The first one being, are the Ravens the scariest team in the AFC?
Yeah. No?
No way.
Who do you think the scariest team is?
I think it's the Bills.
Really?
I do. He never talks up on the Bills, and I never talk that much up on the Steelers. A little bit, but
It's worked though. He
has.
he keeps saying the Steelers are gonna lose games and they keep winning, and he's doing it on purpose. It's
no,
genius.
they're gonna.
They're gonna lose this next one. They're gonna lose the Super Bowl.
But yeah, I think it's Buffalo. The way their secondary's played, that was kind of a question mark going into the season.
Yep.
They've been the best unit in the entire NFL so far as a secondary as a whole. Maybe Atlanta has been right there with them.
Yep.
But I think they're 1 and 2, A and B. It's like very interchangeable. Two of the statistically best corners in the NFL in Benford and Douglas. Teron Johnson's an all-pro nickel.
He might be. I'll talk about that later, but I think he might be the best nickel.
I think
right
he's
now.
the best nickel. Yeah.
Statistically, I think he is the best nickel.
He is, yeah. And
We'll
DeMar
get
Hamlin's been awesome
DeMar
this year,
Hamlin's
too.
been very unexpected. He's been a surprise, and I think we should bring him back. But back to the Ravens real quick. To me though, I feel like offensively they're the scariest. Defensively, I don't believe they are.
Defensively, they're horrendous.
Exactly, but that's why it's like on the offensive side they're terrifying. But it really, if you can force them to make a mistake, you're likely going to win the game.
Yeah.
And that's what teams haven't been doing because I think Lamar, as a Bills fan, I think Lamar's been the MVP so far.
Yeah.
And this is the one year I'd say he would deserve his.
He's already over his passing touchdown total from last year, and there's how many weeks left? 8, 9?
7, 8.
Or 7.
Yeah.
7 sounds right.
Yeah, he's already passed his mark from last year and won the MVP already. So
But
he hasn't turned the ball over that much either.
And that's just how the Ravens offense has been, or the Ravens team has been built in general, is that like they know their defense is going to suck, but their goal every game is just score as many points as they can and hope you don't catch up.
Yeah, they're going killer bees Steelers with it.
It is so difficult though when you have to worry about a dynamic player like Lamar and then Henry in the backfield.
Yeah.
So it's like even if you are focusing that heavy to shut down the run, the pass is going to
Yeah, and then you got Zay Flowers, and then you got Mark Andrews, and then you got
Isaiah human traffic cone Deontay Johnson as well added into that mix. So
yeah.
Really good practice.
It might be a human traffic violation.
Like human trafficking?
Yeah. Ravens are known for that. I don't know what I mean by that comment. But anyway, I just don't think that the Ravens – I think that their defense is really what's holding them back, but I also think that they're another team that's a big threat. And I think that
you get into a shootout, that's a team you don't want to play. No
I
doubt.
think it's kind of like 1A, 1B with them and the Bills in the AFC right now.
Right.
And even if Chiefs are undefeated. So –
Oof.
Then the Steelers.
I think we're better in Baltimore. I really do.
You guys have Baltimore's number. You guys play well against them. You have them figured out. But
it's a more complete team.
I don't know. I feel like the Steelers can melt down more in the playoffs than some of these other teams.
Well, with Kenny Pickett, of course, yeah. But when you get Mr. Unlimited,
Mr. Unlimited,
yeah, he's getting a little sussy for Russie in here right
now. We can go over Steelers Glaze in a bit, but I do agree. I do think they are probably top 4 in that conversation.
Thank you.
So.
I'll take it. They're in the upper echelon of the AFC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll take that.
Highsmith went down, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's only out 2 weeks. Which
that's
it?
It looked much worse.
Yeah,
it looked like he died on
They
the
said
field.
2 weeks. It's a sprain. But Herbig's back this week, too. So that just cancels that out. Herbig's better than he is.
Yeah, fair. Okay, next game, so we don't talk about games forever. We're skipping Giants-Panthers. We don't care. I will say, only thing I'll say, I said Panthers were going to win. They won.
Good call.
Good
I
for
did
Bryce
not
Young.
pick them.
Good
Yeah,
for Bryce
happy
Young.
for him.
Yeah, we can say that. Happy for
Statistically
Bryce
didn't
Young.
have a great game, but I mean,
he was smiling, though. I haven't seen him smile since he won the Heisman. So
dropped a lot of F-bombs, but
yeah. Shout out to Tyrone Tracy with the game-winning fumble and crying on the sidelines. That's all-time baby stuff right there.
I was doing the same thing. I was actually kicking around in my room after the game. So.
He lost the Tupper Bowl, the 2-win bowl.
The Tupper Bowl, the Tank Bowl.
Yeah.
Who are they tanking for this year?
Tua. Tanking for Tua.
They're tanking for Tua.
Yeah. No, I
Hunter?
would hope Shadur Sanders, right?
Or Giant, yeah, they're probably tanking for Shadur.
Shadur would be nice, and then they fire Daboll and hire Dion, and then it's
Daniel
just
Jones.
Colorado part 2. Trade up for the 4th pick, Travis Hunter, and then you got them all.
Yeah,
all the Avengers, all the Stones are there.
We get Shiloh as well.
Get Shiloh in the 8th round. They don't even have an 8th round.
Doesn't even matter. Okay, game I will talk about. Actually, yeah, we'll talk a little bit of Patriots-Bears, simply just because Caleb Williams is now 0-2 against these rookies. His stat lines are on average. Maybe he'll have under 150 yards, perhaps one touchdown, maybe a pick or two, and that's been his
He's
stat
just
line all
brutal.
year.
Yeah, it's been super disappointing from this year.
He just doesn't do anything.
They've taken all the aggressiveness out of his game. They just fired the OC like it wasn't Matt Eberflus's fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I did predict them to lose that game, so I'm gonna give myself my flowers.
I did predict them to win.
But yeah, I mean, listening to the way Big Cat's just totally dejected on PMT about the Bears, it's just like, wow, they fell apart quick. They were what, 4-2?
Yeah.
They've lost 4 straight.
It's another team that people told me the Bears are going to be good now.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
bad. Say it. Say the line.
Huh?
Say the line about bad franchises.
Bad franchises stay bad.
They stay bad all
Always.
the time. They always stay bad.
But no, I saw a thing, I think, and I thought it was a good comparison. It was Caleb Williams is very similar to Justin Fields. The difference is Justin Fields will drop back, not look downfield after he sees pressure and run around. Caleb Williams will drop back, continue to look downfield, and then take a major sack, and that's been his entire season.
The thing, my biggest difference between those two is that Fields just can't process the coverage that he's facing. Like
Yeah.
he just doesn't see it. He doesn't see the field very well. He's got better legs, obviously, than Williams does, so he makes a little something out of nothing sometimes. But Williams can process it. He's a solid quarterback tools-wise. They're just not letting him play his game.
They both face the problem of holding onto the ball
Yeah,
too
they
damn long.
100%.
Though. And that's been an
100%.
issue. I think, who's the most sacked quarterback right now? Do you have that? He has to be up there.
Might be Allen, dude.
Huh?
I'm
No.
just kidding. He might have been sacked like once this year.
Yeah,
Something
I think he's
ridiculous.
number
those
2 now.
offensive line has been like the best in the league.
That's
Yeah,
the reason
No, I was
why we're so
trolling.
good.
I was trolling.
Uh-huh.
Who would it be?
I think not Allen. I was thinking least sacked. Allen's number 2 for least sacked.
Yeah, it's Caleb Williams.
It is Caleb
I
Williams.
was. It was either him or Bryce Young, but Bryce Young sat games, so never mind.
Caleb Williams is 38 this year, and then second is C.J. Stroud,
Does he have
Stroud.
34.
not
Fourth
surprised
quarter legend.
either. Fourth quarter legend CJ Stroud. I will want to say, yeah, that's what I want to say.
Nice.
No, I think
Good
Williams. What was his completion percentage? Is it like 45?
It's not good. It's not
46?
good.
I think it's under 50. I think it's the lowest like recorded in the last 30 years or so.
Seems like every week that we're drawing back to our mock draft coverage from a year ago and just like kind of been like,
I feel like
hey,
we did
who-
very well.
yeah. I mean, we said he was going to be bad
Yep.
in
And
the NFL, so I mean, I'm kind of happy that we
Still, Jaden Daniels, very
Yeah,
happy
like-
about that.
did. Who did we say was going to be the best quarterback in the draft class?
Yeah.
Of course, Jaden
Yeah, I
Daniels.
mean, we did. We did say that. So, I mean, tune in every
Future
week. We're here all the
Steeler.
time.
Future Steeler Jaden Daniels.
We'll see.
Maybe like 40 years from now.
After he tears an ACL, RG3 will redo that up.
After Rusty retires.
After
We'll give that 2 years.
I'll give him 3. I'll give him 3.
Patriots, I don't think Drake Mays, I think he's doing
He
solid.
looks solid.
Yeah, he's exciting.
He just doesn't have a big team around him.
Yeah,
And the best
not-
player on that team is Ramondre Stevenson.
Is that still the worst receiving core? Other
Yeah.
than the Bucks right now. I think the
Probably.
Bucks
Carolina's
are
got to
terrible
be
right
up
now.
there too.
Yeah, but at least they got like Xavier
Leggett,
Jet. And
yeah. I mean,
Leggett.
Thielen's there, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he there?
His skeleton's there, yeah.
I thought
He suits up every week, so
Does he?
that's
Okay.
better than whenever the Patriots are running out there.
Yeah. that's
Jalen
fair.
Polk's their one, right?
Wow.
Is that true?
Wow.
Yeah,
Big
it's
if true.
I believe it actually is.
That's gross.
Um,
That's grotesque. There's a vocab word.
They have Demario Douglas, Javon Baker,
Do they have Kendrick Bourne or am I tripping?
Kendrick Bourne.
Okay.
Want to know who you are missing? KJ Osborne,
Ooh, UB legend.
Vikings legend. Oh,
UB legend. Go
Action.
no, not go UB.
Maction.
Go Bonnies. Actually.
Max. Okay. Next game that I really want to talk about because I don't care much about that game. It doesn't matter. What was the game after that? We could just talk Broncos Chiefs right now.
Yeah, we could talk about the voodoo magic of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I threw something. I was mad.
Finding a way to stay undefeated.
I turned that
the
on.
genie in the bottle Chiefs.
I turned that on at the end of the Bills game because I was like, oh, we won. So I'll toss that on. I was like, oh, they just didn't kick it. And for some reason, I knew they were going to miss, but I didn't expect it blocked.
Yeah.
Left side of the line collapsed after another bad Chiefs game. Left side of the line collapsed. 13 people in the backfield.
Yeah,
Out
well,
of
that's
11.
that's it. That's actually, I watched a clip of this on TikTok. That's credit to the Chiefs coaching staff. That guy on the Broncos field goal team that they steamrolled has been getting smoked all year. He got pancaked like 5 times before that. So they just loaded up on him and sent 3 guys at him, and like that's just good coaching.
Yeah, not everyone can handle 3 guys. I'd stand up there in the pocket and knock down all 3, but I feel like, it's...
Yeah, us personally, we
Us
would,
personally, we
but-
wouldn't let that happen to us. But no, I'm pissed.
You got to
off.
protect your kicker, dude.
Pissed about the Cool Whip. That's not how it should go down. I just think it was such a good game. Well, Bo Nix has looked very good. I will say we've been wrong about Bo Nix.
Yeah. That was our big miss of this draft.
I think that Bo Nix has looked very good. I think that he deserved to win that game. I don't think the Chiefs, again, I don't think they deserve. They've had 5 or 6 games they haven't deserved to win.
If you flip all one-score games this season, I just saw this on Twitter. The Chiefs are 2-7.
Exactly. And it's always on these calls or these phantom calls, false starts, things like that, and then something like this.
Yeah.
Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Andy Reid did some questionable things with NFL officials this offseason.
Yeah. They went out for some burgers and such.
Yeah. Yeah. Went back to his crib.
Might be one of the first. What are they now? 9-0.
Yeah.
9-0 teams to not be the best team in the NFL.
Steelers did it in 2020. They did that. They went 11-0 and they were horrible.
Yeah. The Browns are the Browns.
They got Brownsed. So.
They got Browns.
But we'll see this week. That'll be.
If they go undefeated, what will I do? Actually, no, I'm not going to make it.
You will donate $50 to the local charity.
I'll donate my kidney to a local charity.
Okay. On the air. That's live. That's not getting deleted. So.
I don't know what charity wants it. We'll donate it to an elementary school. Wellsville Elementary. I got you.
You should let the high school kids at Wellsville dissect you for science.
Wow.
We dissected frogs before.
Yeah, but we can use you for science. If they go undefeated. So that's still in the air.
Still in the air. But we'll see. It's only my kidney. It's not like a major deal.
Right. You got 2 of them.
Have they had their bye yet?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're 7-2 and they're 9-0. So yes, because we had our bye.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Bills bye next week. Let's go.
then the Niners. Is that right?
The Niners.
Nice little 3-week stretch.
Then the Rams.
Stress, relax, stretch, or stretch. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I meant to say.
Stretch.
I actually-
Stress,
Limber.
relax, stress.
Oh.
Chiefs by Niners.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next up, I have Niners Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I
Baker.
have to feel for the Buccaneers because I don't think it's Baker's fault still. I
Baker's
mentioned this last
balling
week.
right
He's
now.
having a great year.
But it's like, who's he throwing to right now? I mean, he keeps losing close games, and it's because he has no offense around him.
Yeah, he's got Kate Otten and the misfit toys. But he did sun Nick Bosa with his left arm, so that was pretty cool.
That was sick.
Electric. That was awesome.
They are actually a quality football team. If they could get Mike Evans healthy, that's a team I don't want to run into in the NFC playoffs.
So then they got the backfield of Mikey Irving and
Rashad White. And then they're going to sign playoff Lenny probably once the playoffs come around because that's what they
Can't
do
believe
every
he's
year.
still around.
Yeah.
No, it's a bad offense. They don't have just no weapons, and that's the thing. And a lot of these teams are winning without weapons. If you have a good line around you, they have a good line, but they have nobody. I think their core could be worse right now, receiving core worse than the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, they
it's
have third
Jalen
and fourth string
McMillan.
guys.
I couldn't name anyone besides Jalen McMillan.
Kate Otten.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't count. He's a tight end.
Ryan Miller.
The goalie.
Legend.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So he's washed. Yep.
He had 7 yards receiving. Don't sleep on that man.
Yeah.
But no, they keep losing close games. I really feel for them because Baker's been balling, but it's not like they can do anything right now about it. Like,
Yeah, the trade deadline's gone. They weren't going to get anyone anyway, though. There wasn't really anyone that would help them now
Yeah.
available.
But they did shut down McCaffrey. McCaffrey didn't look great in his return.
Yeah.
The 49ers honestly didn't look super great, honestly.
Purdy did, actually.
Purdy
was
had 352,
unreal.
two
Yeah.
touchdowns, but I'm saying everyone else.
Yeah, I know
around,
what you're saying.
even their defense. But anyway, yeah, Bosa got, tossed a little bit. Debo's still fat, but he has 62 yards.
How about Debo fighting his long snapper and kicker?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
All-time
I've never
dummy
seen
behavior.
I've
there.
never seen someone get in an argument with their long snapper. Just because what's the long
love
snapper
it.
going to do about?
I love it.
You
Yeah,
love it.
shout out to them. Shout out to every long snapper in the NFL,
Yeah.
especially.
Reed Ferguson.
Ferguson.
No.
Who is the Steelers?
I know it. He went to PAD3 school. No, he went to an FCS school. It'll come to me.
It'll come to you. Once it comes to you, just scream.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. But yeah,
Actually, I'll just look it up because I know his name. I just can't think of it right now.
Niners are getting healthy though. Do you think they're a threat in the NFC?
No.
I think if they're
Oh,
totally
in the
healthy,
NFC. In the NFC.
minus Ayuk, yeah, I do.
Fair. Why so?
Because Mike Shanahan is an awesome coach until the Super Bowl rolls around.
Okay. I was gonna say. I feel like he can get there. He can
Christian
never get it done.
Kuntz, that's his name. Shout out to him.
Long
He
snapper
went
of
to
the year.
Duquesne. He went to Duquesne.
What a awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that. We can just talk our favorite long snappers.
I think the conversation ended there. I mean,
yeah. Okay.
Alex Ogden was a good long snapper.
Alex Ogden was the long snapper. Bills Colts up next. This will be one that we'll probably talk about for 45 minutes.
Hold on. Do you think the Niners are serious NFC?
I don't think they can get it done. I think they can win the NFC, but I don't think they could make a Super Bowl. I honestly don't think they'd make the Super Bowl this year.
No, I don't think they.
I
mean,
think
the Detroit's gross, but like January's different too.
January is different, but I think the Niners are getting. They're not getting younger.
Oh, Juwan Jennings just got put down as questionable.
Oh,
Breaking news for the Niners.
Brutal news.
But what's the Niners' record?
5-4, right?
Yeah,
Or is it 6-4 now?
It might be 6-4.
Might be 6, and I don't know.
They just had a poverty win over the Bucks, so.
6-4.
Yeah.
Regardless,
So like they're all right. They're Houston Texans of the NFC.
Yeah.
They'll probably win the West when they get the injuries back, and so they'll make the playoffs. But
yeah, it's gonna be them or Arizona. Arizona's playing well right now too. The Rams are playing hot right now too. Well, not last week, obviously. So, never mind. My fault. I forgot they got smashed.
Bills Colts. Bills best start since. Do you guys have this? It's like 93, I believe it is, or somewhere around there.
They were also 8-2 that year, right?
Yeah. 8-2 right now. Beat up on the Colts. The Colts, Joe Flacco, I think was kind of the issue here in the sense where he just kept throwing picks. He threw 3, but he should have thrown 5 or 6.
Yeah. No, there's like 2 or 3 interceptions that went through the fingers of Bills defenders.
Yep.
And this was like, as a Bills fan, like it was good to win, get to 8-2. Like it felt like you beat the crap out of the Colts, but like I was kind of scared about Josh Allen for a bit in that game. Like he didn't have a great game. It was mainly the defense. So
some of the sloppy
offense is kind of question mark right now with Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman.
See, that was the problem. That's why I was just happy to get in there and get a win, not do anything special. I mean, Allen had 2 picks, but also like Shakir's great. But if you only have to focus on a slot guy, it's not that
Shakir's
difficult.
great when he's not wide receiver 1.
And he shouldn't have to be. The slot should never be your receiver 1. When Matt Collins has 86 yards, but when he's your receiver 1, he'll get a few catches. He'll drop 3 more. Yeah. But, I mean, it's an issue.
Big foot fetish guy. But, no, seriously, you're right. Like, some of the sloppy turnovers that we saw, like, year before that from Allen. But Cooper's back this week. Don't know about Coleman. I don't think
Coleman's out.
playing.
He's not playing.
I did get mad at one point. I don't understand why we shied away from Ray Davis. James Cook, I don't think was doing well.
We shied away from James Cook, too. He had, like, 100 yards in the first half, and then in the second half, he had less than 50, less than 20, maybe. Like, it didn't use him at all.
He had 80 yards total, but James Cook, we were giving him hands off, but I feel like he was getting kind of stuffed in the third and especially the fourth quarter. I think that Ray Davis is a better fit. You can give me your opinions on this. I think he's a better fit for the fourth down. For the fourth quarter. He's a downhill running back.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys down the stretch when you're tired, you don't want to tackle. He's like Najee. He's like not Josh Jacobs. Derrick Henry. Yeah. He's one of those cats.
And as much as I like James Cook had a sick run where he bounced off like 3 dudes, but he's an elusive back. At the end of the day, he's an elusive back, and I think you have to have a guy in there that can just put his head down, especially when you need just a first down at the end of the game. I think that it's important to have a guy like that. Yep. So I don't know why he only got 3 carries. But we got in there. We got the win. This is going to be a different week. We're a little healthier now, but that bye week is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So.
Indy's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Loud. Even at home, and like you get Cooper back, like Cooper's wide receiver 1. That's decent, but no Coleman. Matt Milano, he got brought back from the IR this week, but he's not going to play. But like,
that's huge.
Big news though. Yeah.
Offense is still going to be. We'll see how they come out on Sunday, but it'll be something to look out for, because the defense will be there.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to score that many points. They haven't really scored that many points all year.
Pat Mahomes isn't.
He's having a bad year.
Not having a good
he's
year.
Having a bad year. Like for any quarterback, he's having a bad year.
It's 12-9 right now, I believe. Touchdown to interceptions.
Yeah. Allen is the interception problem, though. He's
the issue. Well, he had 2 picks. Everyone's going, "Oh, he's the turnover machine again."
Yep.
All right.
He was due. He was so due for that.
People just wait there and they're like, "Oh, is he gonna do it?" And once he does, they're like, "I told you all."
I gotcha.
A question I have. One is Taron Johnson the best nickel?
100%. Yeah.
He shuts everyone down, but I think the most underrated part of his game is he forces fumbles.
He's also just like an awesome tackler in the open field.
Oh yeah.
Like, I haven't seen anyone that good in the open field at his size ever. Like, that's not a crazy take.
I kind of agree. He gets a lot of TFLs actually, but he got Player of the Week. He had a sack. He had a pick six, a few passes defended, and he almost had another pick. He almost had another pick that he ended up dropping
in the red zone too.
Yeah, and I think Taron Johnson's great, but like I said, his fumbles. I think he led all corners last year in forced fumbles, and if he was healthy all year, he'd do that. I think he has won almost every game he's played this year, and
yeah, he's an impact guy.
He is. He makes plays, and I think that just having good nickel, and then having Benford, who averages maybe a catch. There's a catch against him a game, and I believe it's only 4 yards per reception on him. So he's been a top 5 corner, and I'll stand on that still. So.
Yeah, probably top 3, to be honest. And then Douglas shuts people down too. Nobody even throws his way.
People are only throwing it Douglas's way because they have to.
Yeah.
Benford has people blanketed, so it's been good.
The only question mark is just staying healthy.
Yeah,
that's the only problem with the Bills' defense this year is just people getting injured. Obviously, Matt Milano, and then Taron Johnson's out for a bit. Benford was out for a bit, and
I was angry we didn't sign a player this week. Dodson got cut from the Seahawks. He was their leading tackler, and he got picked up by the Dolphins throughout the week. Very high rated for them, like grade-wise, and it would have cost us $4 million, I believe it was, and we didn't even try and go after him, and we let him go to a rival. I think that was dumb. I think we should have kept him. I said that last season. Because he had a big impact. I feel like linebackers is something that we've been really short on this year.
Your linebacker room's thin, and then you lose Milano to start the year. So, I mean,
I
that would
don't
have
want
been a nice
Balin
depth
Spector
signing.
out there.
I mean, you go back and bring back Jordan Phillips, but you don't bring back Dodson.
He's just like the X we can't get away from. I don't know why we keep bringing back Phillips.
Yeah,
it's like the run game.
That the Bills liked how he tasted, so.
He did say that. That was an all-time quote that he's an acquired taste.
He's an acquired taste, and
they like how
taste,
he tastes. So
he's
is he salty or sweet? Is the question.
He's definitely salty.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste, so he's probably bitter.
I'd ask your mother.
Wow, nice.
Shut up, Wendy.
Yeah, no doubt, dude, for sure.
I did see he's already talked this shit. He does nothing. He gets 3 snaps a game, and he's already on there. He posted just a picture of was it Cross, I believe, for the Colts? All it said was like belt to ass, and I was like, dude, you had 3 snaps the entire game. You didn't do anything. You watched him. You watched him play.
Yeah.
But
I was ready to jump the rail at the game 2 years ago when he hit Pickett like 40 yards out of bounds. I was pretty.
Well, I think Pickett deserved it if we're really thinking
I'm not
about
mad about it now, but if he hits Rusty like that, we're gonna have a problem. So.
He's not gonna get to Russ. That man, dude. It takes him 10 seconds to jog to the quarterback, 12 to get on the field.
Yeah.
He's like 33 right now. He's not doing much. I remember Arizona a few years ago. We gave him like $30 million.
Yeah, crazy.
After he had 9 sacks for us, he had 1 good year, and then he's just like, I'm that guy. And we're just
also probably was a benefactor of your entire defense just being ridiculous.
We lost a lot of guys that got overpaid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Poyer, there you go.
Look at Poyer right now.
Trey White,
Edmonds,
terrible corner.
That's true though.
Yeah. Edmonds was a huge overpay.
Yeah, because he had bigger hits on his own team. There were like 2 concussions he dished out to our own guys, which is crazy. He'd watch someone catch a ball and then dive in there and miss the tackle.
Yeah.
He was huge.
Yeah, but he's young, so it's
he in Chicago?
He is in Chicago.
They paid it like 4 years, $85 million, I think they paid for it.
Yeah, we're not keeping him for that. And then they gave us a 4th-round pick for it, like compensation.
Comp pick,
that was dumb. A 1st-round pick. Every other team gets a 3rd-round pick, and they gave us a 4th. Regardless. Go Bills. I had another question. Oh.
Pretty sure Taylor Swift will not be in attendance this week.
She'll be in Toronto the night
If
before.
I have anything to say about it. I want to say Joe Brady. I think that he should just stop having like choreographed plays at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think game scripts are dumb.
I think his game script may be the worst in the NFL. Because as soon as he switched up and he's just calling the plays, second half football, perfect. We'll score 3 straight drives.
Yep.
We make good adjustments. He makes good adjustments. But when he goes to that script, his script is wrong every time on offense. It has never been right to start the game. It always has to be an adjustment. So I think he just needs to stop with that and just go in there and play tempo football. So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously someone in the scouting department is going to get fired. If the game script's wrong every single week, I mean, that's brutal.
It is, though. I mean, we always end up down 7 to 10 points no matter what team it is.
Unless
it's
Joe
the Colts.
Flacco off.
Unless it's the Colts. Well, that's... Even the offense didn't start out good. Just Taron Johnson said,
Yeah, it was pick 6.
So
terrible. All-time bad throw by Joe Flacco.
I mean, we started off the game with an interception, first play of the game, and we couldn't score a touchdown when we started on the 40-yard line or something like that. So
pretty sweet.
Brutal.
Game scripts.
Game scripts. Tyler Bass back?
Yeah.
I think he's looked great.
It's fully confidence.
Back to the one-eye black menace.
One-eye black menace. Now we just need Corey Bajorquez and we're set.
Corey Bajorquez. You need to sign Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
Get John Brown back in
We can
there.
get him back. I like John
Brown.
Brown. We signed him a few years ago actually, and
Yeah.
he played like a game.
He might be 75
Cole Beasley
years old.
says he can rap, so that's what he's got going right now. His
Cole
rap
Beasley.
career is taking off.
Rap?
Yeah,
He's a rapper now?
He
He's
was
kinda-
rapping
I mean,
when he was there.
He makes music.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. I didn't know that.
it was sick. It was very political. It was interesting.
Yeah, he did. He played for the Cowboys.
Started with the Cowboys.
He was good with the Cowboys now.
Yeah, he was decent. Then he broke out. He almost had 1,000 yards with us, and now again he's rapping.
He did have 1,000 yards with you.
He had like 960 and got hurt.
Promise. No, because he was
Ooh.
all-pro. He was an all-pro receiver.
I'm pulled up.
He had to. How the hell?
Fact check.
How did he make all-pro if he didn't have a 1,000-yard season?
967
Wow.
How is that an all-pro season?
because he's a slot.
Because he's a what?
Whoa, I didn't say that. Okay, we're gonna get right into Steelers Commanders. Brandon, I'll let you take off every Steelers. Let's go.
What?
When you start the Steelers, you start every time with the Steelers because you.
I honestly don't think the Steelers played that good. They didn't.
Wait.
They played B- football in my opinion.
Yeah.
To be devil's advocate, they did not deserve to win that game.
No, they didn't, and it's a great thing that they did win that game because I mean, like,
Josh
you play bad football and beat a really good team on the road. That means you're kind of good, right?
Yeah. Josh King texted me and he said Steelers didn't deserve to win. Good game, and that's all he said to that.
Great game. Yeah. Defense was shaky. Started off well, and then second half kind of imploded. They triple teamed Watt, and we still couldn't get home most of the game. Hayward had a sack, but like Highsmith got one-on-one the entire day and just didn't really do much.
You had shades of the Bills in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a wish, fake punt.
I mean,
Which, like, that one should have
great call.
Should have worked.
Great call. Bad execution by James Pierre, who shouldn't
Yeah.
be on an NFL roster. He's terrible at his job. Bad special teamer, apparently, and he's like the worst cover corner in football. Other than that, he's a stud. But really fast, though, so whatever.
Not a great game for George Pickens.
Shut up. 5 for 91 and a touchdown is not very good.
Did you see that? Well,
Yeah.
of course you did.
He's
But that
unreal.
was sick.
He's unreal. He's the man. He's awesome. And how about little Mike Will? Shout out Mike
Won
Will.
the trade.
Mike Will made
Won the
it.
trade. First target as
First
Steeler.
real pass play as a
Game-winning
Steeler.
touchdown.
He had one catch.
Game-winning tud.
One catch.
Can we just talk about the throw for a minute? Maybe one of the better throws I've seen in the last 3 years of football.
As a Steelers fan,
I mean,
Oh, that's right, because you haven't been watching Bills games. I forgot about that.
back foot, 45-yarder in the bucket to win the game on 3rd and
again,
9.
people forgot how good Russ was,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's showing them. And then it's the same thing that like, they do with Josh Allen. Russ is gonna slip up one of these games, and they're like, I told you,
Yeah.
he sucks, he's awful, and he's a good quarterback.
He's
I'll
just a
stand
good
on it.
guy, too. I don't know why he gets the hate for being all corny. Like, he's an awesome leader, so. He's unlimited. But, like, yeah, I mean,
He's a
I'd rather have a
robot.
guy that, like, we talked about this, too. I'd rather have a guy that's corny, works hard, and he's a great teammate than, like, an Aaron Rodgers.
Great locker room guy.
Yeah.
So,
Aaron Rodgers doesn't even want to be there, so.
well, Jets are actually Bills are gonna finish third in the division.
Jets are going to run the table.
Jets are going to run the table. They might make it out of the AFC. Dolphins are also going to give a run for the money and be 2-seed wild card. So
Yep, and then New England's going to win out, too. So, you're in trouble if you don't win these next couple.
all year I heard that the
But-
whole offseason.
But, yeah, I mean, that's a great win. That's our best win we've had in 5 seasons.
I will say, in terms, just talk about Aaron Rodgers real quick. Do you have him? Where do you have him as quarterback ranking out of the 32 quarterbacks?
Probably 25.
I was going to say like a 24, 25 range.
He's brutal. He's
bad.
brutal.
It's bad.
He
And
just
the-
doesn't have it.
Yeah, and the culture of that team is just horrible. It's
Buffalo
so bad.
Sabres bad. Yeah.
It, pretty similar.
It's the
So, like,
Sabres year.
Yeah.
It's always the year. But no, yeah.
But I will say, like, Jaden Daniels is real. He's
Yeah.
really good. Terry McLaurin, scary. Scary good.
Scary
the-
Terry.
Yeah, Scary Terry, he's unreal, too. He made Joey Porter look like a bad corner, and that's,
Yeah.
like, really hard to do.
Yeah.
So, shout out to him. That Commanders team's an NFC contender. They're one of my top 2 teams in the NFC, for sure.
Shout out the punter as well. 3 kicks inside the 20. It's pretty good.
For the Manders?
No, for the Steelers.
Oh, Corliss Waitman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Waitman's been great.
He's awesome. He was a pickup after the Week 1 injury to, I don't even remember the guy's name that we signed.
So you lefty
Cam
punter?
Johnson.
So you
Yes. Lefty
Love that.
punter.
That's
Where's
that's
number
awesome.
8? So
That's
see ya,
that's
Kenny.
my punter. Yeah.
Yeah. See ya, Kenny. Yeah, Russ played awesome. 3 touchdown passes. Haven't seen that ever in my life from a quarterback. Najee, not his best day, but, the Commanders' front seven's pretty good. Bobby Wagner, Jonathan Allen, a bunch of those guys. So that's a good team.
Do you agree with what your take was last week where you said that this will prove if the Commanders are pretenders? Do you think they're pretenders? Or
I don't. I think
they look legit.
It was a good enough effort on both sides. I think that's just a football game between 2 good teams. I think the Steelers are good. They're going to have a chance to win the AFC. I think the Commanders are going to be the number 2 seed in the NFC, honestly, behind Detroit. So I think the Commanders win tonight.
Yeah.
Against Philly. I'm recording this on Thursday, so that one could have gone either way, obviously.
Game time in what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, like 30, right? Is it 8:15 or?
Yeah.
Probably 8:15.
But yeah, those are 2 really elite football teams in my opinion.
Yeah.
If the Steelers or the Commanders would have won decisively either way, I think it would have been like, okay, that other team needs to prove something now. But I think they both just played a good football game. The Steelers didn't play a good football game, but they did enough to beat a good football team.
Bills get their fraud check this week, see if they're legit or not.
That's not true. The Bills are not.
I think
frauds.
it is because
Stop.
I'm a Bills fan. We have not beat a great team this year.
You're not going to be a fraud if you have a top 2 player at the quarterback position.
I know. The Ravens did kill us. That being said, I think that was a fluke. I said it was a fluke. But if we put on a stinker here, there is questions to be raised. And
I just don't think the odds of that happening are
they're not going to get
very
smashed.
high.
There's no way. In Buffalo, no way.
Oh, I don't think they will, but I'm saying if they did, they'd be.
Well, if they got smashed, I would raise an eyebrow, but I don't think they're good.
And it's a classic Bills too. 3-1 against Mahomes in the regular season.
Yep.
Just can't get it done in the playoffs. So this is going to be the year that
maybe you want to lose the regular.
That's a good strategy. Like, do we lose this? Because we're not going.
You bench Allen for a week,
maybe,
and then you beat him in the playoffs.
Give Allen a 2-week bye.
Could you imagine that storyline? The undefeated Chiefs lose to the Bills in the playoffs?
In the Super Bowl, because the NFC isn't winning it. So
yeah, the
Chiefs. So they just canceled the NFC playoffs. Yeah.
The Chiefs and Bills play in the Super Bowl best of 3 series.
Yeah.
Best of 3 in 3
one
straight
day.
days.
In one day.
Oh, in one day. Okay.
Yeah.
In London. In London too.
We could make it a weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
They actually just switch it. They do one game. They do one game.
The 3-per Bowl.
Well, the 3-per Bowl, but they do one game of football, one game of hockey, one game of football.
Okay.
Just to kind of switch it up. So.
Yeah. Well, they could play pickup basketball down at Smethport Hamlin Lake Park if they want.
They were actually gonna do just like a Dana White's contender series. They're gonna have like UFC type.
Andy Reid versus Sean McDermott.
I think Sean has that.
Ed Oliver versus Andy Reid.
That's gonna be close.
Ooh.
Matt Milano versus Andy Reid.
And why is it everyone versus? Is he running the table?
Yeah, he's gonna run the gauntlet against these fools. Yeah.
DeMar Hamlin versus anyone?
DeMar Hamlin versus
Tua. He actually wins against Tua.
DeMar Hamlin's improved his KD significantly.
Yeah, he's up 2-1, right?
He's at like 3 right now. He's taking out every week. He's taking out someone new.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yeah, no, he's gotten his get back.
He's gotten his get back. It started with Tua, he got back, and then we were like chill a little bit. Now he's still going for him.
Yeah.
So big hitter, DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, he's elite.
He actually
he's
has
having
been.
a great year.
He's played great. Okay.
All right, we're getting out of there.
You're a little silly. Vikings Jaguars. I'm gonna say I don't think the Vikings are.
They're not real.
Yeah. And we said
with
last week that Sam Darnold's come back to earth. Now this man's kind of.
My specific.
He's
kind of
reversed.
I'm out on Sam Darnold, and I think I was right.
Yeah, I picked him up on waivers in my fantasy league, and he put up 5 points for me.
Yeah, he had a great day.
That was just a bad game.
He was ascending. He came back down to earth. Now he's going to hell. Like he has 3 interceptions for that game.
Yeah, that's a way to put it.
That is
sure.
like he's been terrible.
He's awful.
And you can't say he doesn't have weapons. I mean, he has all the tools that
he's the best
pretty much
receiver
you
in
can
the
ask
last
for.
decade.
You only have Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, Hawkinson now, Aaron
Right.
Jones. It's not a great team. Like, and they have a good defense. Like
I could throw to them. You should see me on Mondays.
The way we're saying this, we're acting like they lost. They won 12-7, but you beat the Jaguars 12-7.
You're scoring 10 points against the Jags with that offense.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like that.
Jettas needs freed from that. He needs a quarterback.
This was the Mac Jones Express. Like this is.
Yeah, it wasn't even the Lawrence Jags. You're right. It was Mac Jones and the white helmet Jags. Those white helmets are gross, by the way. I hated them.
Would be a lot better with white jerseys.
If they wore white jerseys, I would have liked them a lot better.
I'm not completely out of them.
Can you agree the Ravens unis were sick?
I love the Ravens.
Ravens ones were so good.
They were sick.
Really like
the gold face mask.
Really, I thought those were so good.
You didn't like the helmet? I thought it was.
I like most. I think Houston's are
Lamar
tough.
makes it look so much.
The Bengals are tough. There's some good ones. I wish the
Steelers
Bills
color
would come out
rush.
with anything.
Thursday night primetime in Baltimore, and they're not wearing all black.
Right. I agree. Yeah, they're all blacks are nice.
Teams wear color rush anymore?
Steelers do. Ravens do. Does Buffalo wear theirs anymore?
No.
Never.
They don't anymore?
I don't know
The
why.
Seahawks still wear their all neon
Yeah,
green.
Seahawks
They do.
wear theirs.
Why-
So I think there's like 3 teams.
Why has it died off? I don't get it.
I love the Thursday night color rush. I don't
because
know
you
why.
went down to Miami and saw just creamsicles and
Yeah,
on
those
the
were
field.
gross.
That
The
was
orange
bad.
ones, those were stupid.
Oh,
The Jags like mustard ones were bad.
unrelated, since we were talking about Florida, I think Tampa might have the cleanest
Throwbacks.
The throwbacks
Yeah,
are. I
the
love the
creams are
creams
nice.
there. But yeah. Anyway, the Mac Jones Jags, of course, lose. They're 2-8. Is Doug Peterson done?
Yeah, he's got to be.
I can't believe he's still in the league.
Like, he's got.
I can't believe he's lasted this long.
He's gonna go be a consultant somewhere and make like $3 million, and it's gonna be.
I might see him in a few years as a CPA. So I'll see him in an accounting firm. He'll help me do taxes. So
Seems like Trevor Lawrence just can't catch a break with a coach, or maybe it's a Trevor Lawrence problem.
I think
It's not a Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because he was winning. He looked good with Doug Peterson, but also under that same program, he's looked egregious.
Yeah.
He just forgot how to play football. And then I'll say it. Gabe Davis sucks. Like, they made some really bad offseason moves. No, he's not even like he doesn't even have those
I mean, he
games.
shouldn't even be a topic of
He's
conversation.
the Gabe Davis that he's been for the past how many years, and people just think he's going to be different if he switches teams.
He doesn't even. But he does. It's like people are like, oh, he's gonna be different now that he's on Jack. So you go from Josh Allen to Trevor Lawrence in 2024, and you think he's gonna be better?
Yeah.
Like
in the big 2024.
in the big 2024, like Trevor. In 5 years' time, we're gonna see him at a Waffle House. Like,
Maybe Mac Jones, I would agree with that, but I mean Trevor Lawrence will be in the league.
well, you might see both. We'll see. We'll see. Trevor Lawrence has played like a bottom 20 quarterback, and then Mac Jones sucks.
Mac Jones is bad. At
Has he
football.
had a good system around him ever? No, but he's
Alabama,
also
he
given
did,
up.
yeah.
Well, Yeah.
Alabama legend. He was a Heisman finalist.
we said we're not going to spend an hour. We're 45 minutes in right now.
Yeah, probably gonna have to cut NBA. To be honest with you.
Nah, we'll cut nothing.
Alright.
We'll skip some games. Or we'll just go fast with them. We'll just give some fast takes here. Falcons Saints. How are we feeling?
Falcons might have blown their shot to kind of put the division away.
I agree. Derek Carr, is he back? No,
No,
probably
no,
not.
he's
They had a game.
Classic
Whatever.
Falcons game.
MVS. Do you see that catch?
Yeah,
Triple
two
coverage.
tuds.
Yeah, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bills legend MVS.
Yeah, Bill's cut candidate. Bill MVS.
Young Hoku 0 for 3 on field goals.
He was.
And they lost by 3.
He was my fantasy kicker last week, so that's
It's been my fantasy kicker
You need to wake it
the
up.
whole season.
But-
I know you're watching, so you need to like make those.
If you, I will say, the X Factor, Ray McLeod, Steelers legend, that's 57
Steelers
returns.
legend, Bills legend.
Bills legend.
Yeah.
But no, Falcons secondary didn't look bad, but it's
Well, they never do. They're the best secondary in football other than Buffalo.
the problem is that their offense is so. It's kind of.
It's
mediocre.
Kirk. Dude, Kirk's either really good or really bad. There's no in
It
between
comes
with
down to
him.
that because I feel like they have the weapons, but it's either if Kirk Cousins decides to be, it depends.
Yeah. I mean, he's just, I don't know.
He's
you,
hit or
you
miss.
can't You can't win Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, it depends on if chains are on or off, and today they were off. So,
He
but
wasn't
no,
dripping.
I don't think that you can win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins. I don't think
I
that's ever
don't
going to be a
think
thing.
you
He's going to get you wins, but he's never going to get it done.
I agree.
And if you can win a Super Bowl with Carson Wentz,
Yeah.
you could probably.
Well, he didn't win it. I mean, Nick Foles won it, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go. Forgot you got it.
I have another game I'm going to skip, actually. Titans Chargers we're skipping. I don't care about
Chargers are. All right, I will say that, though, the Chargers have the best defense in the NFL.
Chargers, I don't know. They're
118
good.
points allowed. Steelers are next
Similar-
with 143.
similar to the Bengals. Not quite on that level with the offense, but like they start off super slow and they're good. And if they played like this the entire season, they'd be a playoff team. But they're just too far under right now that they're not going to be able to make it
The
back.
Chargers?
Yeah.
Chargers might be 6-3.
Chargers are 6-3.
No way. Are they really?
They
Yeah.
started 3-0.
I thought they were 4 and 5.
Usually,
Wow.
usually they are like that though. I do agree though.
Wow.
Usually they do start slow.
See, I'm just so used to them being
but
like that.
Harbaugh's their coach. That's the
Right.
difference.
Hear
It's
me
not
out.
Brandon Staley, the
Wait,
worst coach
they
of all
were
time.
3-0, 3-3, now 6-3, right?
Yes.
Is that how that went?
Yeah. So like you're
So
not
they're,
totally
so they're
wrong.
going to be 6 and 6.
They just
now.
got hot. Yeah, they're gonna be 6-6, and then they're gonna be
9
gonna
and
end up
6.
9-7. Really, is what
They're going to be the
gonna end
Steelers. It's going to be so sick.
up. 9-8.
They switched. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I will say that. Titans, I will say, even though Levis didn't have a bad game, I think that it sucks because I think they have a good defense, and I've said that
They
all
have
year.
a really good
Yeah,
defense.
And they have 7 losses right now with a good defense because Levis is, even though he had a good game,
He's bad. He's not a good quarterback.
He might be he could be a Waffle House candidate.
Dude sprays mayonnaise on his skin.
I hate those commercials. I'm sorry, I hate mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise cologne. He has mayonnaise cologne.
Yeah, he drinks coffee with mayonnaise in it. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like his whole gimmick. Like,
Wow.
he's more known for his mayonnaise love than he is for his quarterback play.
Yeah, big mayonnaise lover. Will Levis.
Mayonnaise cologne. Get out of here.
I actually have 26 bottles in my dorm room right now.
Oh, nice.
I actually
Probably got
kind
it
of
for
hoarding
free
them.
because he's dog water.
It's Mayo Cologne, baby oil, Bill's memorabilia.
Diddy
And that's
party.
where we're at. Yeah. It's Josh Allen's shrine. Jets Cardinals is next. I will talk about this because I love. Okay.
It's fun watching them get smashed. It really is.
The Jets are my favorite team to hate other than the Cowboys. Easy.
Yeah,
I
like
love
that.
hating on the Jets.
I like that.
And yeah.
I hate the Jets.
I like the
too.
Cowboys hate too.
I got to see the Jets
Cowboys
season
hate's
pretty
fun.
much end in person this year. It was awesome.
Devontae Adams didn't move the needle.
He's bad.
No, he had 31 yards. Aaron Rodgers, he's bad. Garrett Wilson, he's pretty good.
Garrett Wilson's good. Brees Hall's good. That might be it. Will McDonald's good.
Yeah.
Sauce
Quinnen Williams.
is Sauce
Who's not
over the
good?
field? Is
Sauce
washed?
is not good.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams is good.
Quinn Williams is good.
Quincy's all right.
Quincy's pretty good too.
Sauce, overrated.
Washed
I've said he's overrated. I think he's still overrated.
Once you're not allowed to grab jersey anymore.
We
it's pretty
gotta
hard to
stop
cover.
calling him Sauce and start calling him his real name.
Call him Ahmad.
It is Ahmad, right?
Ahmad Gardner.
Ahmad Gardner.
Yeah, and I think Dak needs to drop a Dak. It's Dakota now. And it's
I think he's got it. No, I'm not saying that.
well, but no, I think
Richard Prescott. We'll go there.
Anyways, Cardinals. I will say Kyler Murray. I've said Kyler Murray
Kyler
is
Murray's really good.
underrated. I think I might have him top 15 right now. I can say that. I think he chills around.
He's probably
13,
fringe top
14.
10.
Yeah.
see top 10. Oh, excuse me. Wow.
And he's looked good. I said this last week, and he's still doing it after Call of Duty. He's at the best. Like his stats have only increased since new one came out.
If not for Derrick Henry, James Conner might be having one of the more impressive seasons in
Yep.
the NFL as a running back.
Yeah, no, James Conner is an underrated guy, and nobody really looks at James Conner, and he's not flashy. He doesn't do anything special. He does his job, and he does it well.
Shout out Erie McDowell High School.
Yeah, shout out Steelers.
He was a Steeler legend.
Steeler, yeah,
Pitt legend, Erie McDowell.
he's a Pennsylvania legend.
He is. He's homegrown.
But no, they killed the Jets, and I love it, and I hope I said that last week. Maybe the Jets, if they go on a run right now, they have some very winnable games. They lost by 25 points. They're done.
They got smashed.
Their season's over. Can we all agree? They're 3-7.
Yeah, but
They're
not
done.
to fear. Raj is here again next year. 2025, he's coming back.
It's a great nursery rhyme. You should put it in your joke book.
They said he's coming. Oh, he said he's coming back next year. So that's bad news for them.
Yeah, I don't think they want that.
No.
Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, 3 years retirement home. Aaron Rodgers does a nut job. I don't even think he's a good guy.
No,
Like, he's just nuts.
bad human.
Bad human Aaron Rodgers.
Worst player.
It's close.
Wow.
He's bad at football.
He
right now.
might go on sabbatical. He might take off some time, go to his little cave, do shrooms or something, which is likely. I wouldn't be shocked. Then
what he
come
does.
back and be like, I am changed.
I'm
My
changed. I
spirit's
drank
awakened.
a different kind of water this week. Therefore, we're winning out.
Guys, I had kombucha last week. I am a different person. It's gonna be something like that.
Then he's gonna throw for 38 yards in the first half, and it's gonna be like, oh well, I guess that didn't work.
Yeah, then he's gonna go on McAfee and he's gonna be like, yeah, it's a great time. I love the program right now.
Devontae's gonna be like, yo, we're like 2-9. Let's go.
What's the Raiders record?
Probably.
2 wins. So he did go to a better team. They
What-
have 3.
They have 3 wins. Who'd they beat?
The Jets have 3. The Raiders only have 2.
Yeah, the Jets did beat Houston.
So Devontae Adams, better program, brick by brick. He's
brick
building.
by brick. He's back.
Oh my God, here we are. Eagles Cowboys 34-6, pretty much the same score. Jalen Hurts, I won't even say played a great game. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. It doesn't matter. He didn't have to. Cooper Rush. Trey Lance should have had more of a chance, honestly, I think, in the game, even though he threw a pick. Cooper Rush sucks. They're not getting anywhere with Cooper Rush.
They're not getting anywhere anyway.
They're not getting anywhere if they had Dak. They probably put up 7 points with Dak.
You're lucky you're hurt, because I would go off on you.
Dakota Rain, I know you're listening. You might need to find a new team. It might be over. It might be. I'm going to actually just say
It's
it this way.
Jover.
It's Jover. Once Jerry Jones is gone, until Jerry Jones is gone, whether it's retirement or whatever it is,
They can't
will
win a
not-
Super Bowl with Jerry
They
Jones.
will not be
can't do
good.
it.
They might not even make the playoffs again with Jerry Jones.
What are your
I
thoughts?
mean, they're in a bad spot.
Cowboy fan.
I don't have too
They're in a
many.
bad spot.
Yeah, they're brutal.
It's
I mean,
Joe.
They still might make the playoffs. But
Yeah, next year.
yeah, I know.
They're 3-6.
I used to like Dak, but I just not anymore. I don't know. He just doesn't get the job done.
Yeah, in the rushing game, worst in football.
Literally worse.
It
than
was
football.
32nd.
Rico
Wow.
Dowdle might not be it. So like signing 45-year-old Zeke Elliott doesn't work.
They need to throw him out there more.
Zeke?
Yes,
Yeah,
throw
all
Zeke
right.
out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let Zeke feed.
Exactly.
Zeke's 100 pounds overweight.
I know. He's a big
Oh, I lied. Cowboys not the worst rushing.
31st.
31st.
There you go.
Vegas
fine.
is below them.
Okay. Zamir White's better, or I mean worse than Rico Dowdle.
The Jets are number 30 in the last. Yeah, in 2024.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
Brees gets all his yards through the air. So
Anyways, yeah. Sabres goal. I don't know who they're even playing.
St. Louis.
Tied at 1.
About them, yeah, they can't win a Super Bowl with Jerry Jones because they're in such a hole paying Dak and CD that they just have nowhere. They have nowhere money to spend, and they got to pay Parsons still, I believe. I don't
Yeah.
think they've extended him yet.
Yeah, I think you're
So
right.
they might be in trouble there.
They're already in trouble.
Like he might not be a
With
Cowboy.
the players they have, they're in trouble though.
And he has gone on the record on multiple shows saying if he leaves Dallas, he's going to go to the Steelers and play for Mike Tomlin.
Can they afford it?
Yes, they have the third most cap space next season.
I did not know
that. He might be a Steeler, and it might be TJ.
TJ will
and
shift
Parsons.
over to the Bills.
No, it's gonna be TJ and Parsons. Side by side. It's
TJ,
gonna be
how many
ridiculous.
sacks does TJ have?
Not that many. I think he's only got 5.5.
I know he has.
But
10,
he gets chipped so much more this year than he
Yeah.
did last year.
He
So
still
like,
has 10 TFLs. That's like second in the league.
Yeah, he's got 4.
Do you know who
forced
number one
fumbles.
is?
Probably Russo.
Russo and Trey Hendrickson
Yeah,
are both tied at 12.
Russo's nasty.
Yeah, he gets doubled, and we have no one coming out. Well, I guess we have Vaughn. He's looked all right, but he just got back off his suspension.
You got Eddie O.
Yeah.
He's not off the edge, but he's still really good. I mean, Chip and TJ's just turned Cam Hayward into his prime self again. So,
Yeah.
I mean, pick your poison, honestly. And
Yeah.
Patrick Queen's making plays right now.
Still, the worst move by the Ravens to let him go. To let him
Didn't
go to a
offer
rival.
him a contract. He just said that this week. He said that fire's been burning for months because they didn't even offer him a
Yeah,
contract.
once you guys play, I think he's gonna go off.
Like this weekend.
Is it this week?
Yes.
Yep.
Damn. Well, season's gone by fast. Next game, we're almost done with the games. This is probably the best one, though. Just best. Actually, I'll say this was the worst best game in a sense where it was Lions Texans. It was a good game.
What a joke.
Both of them wanted to throw it away. 5 picks by Goff, and Stroud throws the game away.
Say the stat you told me the other night about Goff. 'cause
In
this is
games
crazy.
that Goff has 4 or more interceptions, 7-0.
That's sick.
He is
Insanity.
undefeated.
In 4+ pick games.
He needs to keep throwing picks.
That's a big sample size. 7 games.
Yeah, that's huge. Actually,
That's what 7
He has
times
that
4,
many-
28 interceptions.
Yeah.
minimum.
He has that many games is kind of surprising too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it would probably come down to when he had Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
But
we forgot about how bad he was before he got traded to Detroit, though. He was
but he was really good for quite.
the
a
year
few
they
years
went to the
before
Super
that.
Bowl. He was good. Yeah,
After that Super Bowl, he fell off, and then he was like, "I'm back." And
back up now.
Yeah, but Texans Stroud, come on! You can't if you score 23 points off 5 turnovers. That's bad.
Well, you know how good he is in the second half.
The second half it started was it Stroud threw a pick first, and then immediately it was Goff threw another one back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was within like 2 or 3 plays.
They were
I
playing
think.
ping pong.
It's just I don't know.
How about
He is
the
terrible in the
Detroit
fourth
kicker though? He got was it DFA'd by the Texans
Yeah.
and then signed with Detroit. Kicked 2 field goals. One of them that was a game winner.
Was he the one that I was reading was stacking bricks? Was that him or no?
Yes,
He's the brick salesman, not stacking bricks. He was stacking
he
bricks,
was
selling
probably
bricks.
stacking bricks. Yeah,
Yeah. But
He was brick.
That's sick. That's a great
And
story.
those field goals that he made, both of them were within like a foot of the post
Yeah.
on either side.
dude, they might have skimmed the post for the game winner. That was really tight.
I was watching. I was like, "There's no way the Lions win this game." And yeah, it wasn't who wanted to win more; it was who wanted to lose more.
Yeah.
And Stroud's done this all year.
Well, Stroud's the worst fourth quarter quarterback of all time. So
That's a stretch.
he's been bad in the fourth quarter.
He's been terrible though. He's thrown away these games, and still no media has talked about it.
Yeah.
Besides us, because we're the booth.
Well, he's got aura, so it's chill.
review.
So nobody cares.
Yeah, he does.
So we're gonna ask the real questions. Is CJ Stroud overrated?
Right now, yes.
I agree.
Absolutely.
He's overrated.
Right now, he's played out of the top 10 for me, and I'll say that.
I don't disagree. I think he's probably in the 15 range.
Like if you're having game on the line, give me Kyler Murray over him.
Yeah.
Easy.
100%.
So it's just on the game on the line right now. it's been his defense that's come through more than his offense. And I get, again, the receivers have been out, but when you throw it straight to the other team, it doesn't matter who's running these routes.
Yeah, and like they had Nico the other night.
Yeah.
So there's no more excuses.
And they have a good
Nico
offensive
and
line.
Dell last year, and he was awesome.
Their offensive line is not bad by any means.
Not bad at all.
And
It's dumb.
he's holding the ball too long. And last game, another team I love to hate, Dolphins-Rams. Dolphins, of course, won 23-15.
Dolphins put BTA.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I wasn't able to watch the game, but we were too busy sitting in the gym floor for an hour and
Watching
a half.
other people play basketball. Yeah.
But that was, I don't know.
It's huge. It's
Tua,
huge.
I mean,
They needed it.
Tua's
If they
who
wanted
he
to
is, but
salvage the
he's
season.
back. Dolphins are better when he's on the team. And
Yeah.
do you see him going for that tackle?
He
I
needs
think
to
right after he
stop.
threw the pick.
That was wild.
He
He
thinks
literally threw his head at the defender or at the guy with the ball's
Yeah.
knees.
He don't care, dude. Those
I'm sick of it.
Polynesians are nuts.
I know he might have CTE actually because he goes out in the interview. He's like, yeah, I put my head down. I do that. Like every time he's just like, yeah, it's a football play. I'll go.
It's
for it."
personal choice to
It is personal
destroy your
choice,
life.
too.
Yeah.
But he literally goes down head first. He's like, I'm not gonna wear a guardian cap. Who does that?
Personal choice.
He's an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it. Like he's a good football player.
Well,
Maybe
He's an above average football player.
he might have 5 to 10 years after he's retired with football to live. That sounds
Wow.
crazy.
I mean, that's
That's-
probably something that doesn't need to be said.
No, it's crazy, but I'm
That's
saying
a
like
take.
it's a crazy
One of
thing.
the takes of all time.
But I'm just saying he's destroying his health.
we're gonna get in about 20 years. We're gonna get another Antonio Brown on X.
It's
I hope.
it's nuts. Like he's a good kid. Much older than me, good kid. But he's a good dude. He's a good football player, pretty decent.
We're tanking for Tua.
Yeah, but he is literally putting his life at risk every time because he doesn't take the measurements to try and better
No,
himself.
he don't care. He does not.
And that's the thing. This carefree attitude is really going to come back and bite you. If I went out and got 8 concussions in my lifetime, I'm not going to come back and go take a calculus test and do the same. It's a very random example, but what I'm saying is you just can't take that kind of brain damage consistently. And I mean,
I don't know how he processes information as a quarterback.
Probably helps him not thinking that much.
Probably helps when you have number 10 out there.
yeah.
Where is he? All right, I'll throw it to him.
Yeah.
He's been a disappointment this year. I know there's been a lot
He's
of
been
injuries,
brutal. Yeah.
but Tyreek Hill has not had a good year.
Almost every first-round fantasy pick this year has had a disappointing year,
Yeah.
which has been something.
Yeah, he has 462 and 2 touchdowns on the year.
He had his first one since week 1. First one since week 1 the other night. And Odell gave him a concussion. So they're just sharing brain damage on
I
that
saw
squad.
I saw a stat it was what week was he arrested? Was it week 1?
No, it was like
Yeah, it
week 2.
was.
I think it was week 1.
Week 1.
Because they played Buffalo week 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was week 1.
Yeah, week
And then he
1.
went out and scored.
I saw the stat. It was gets arrested, gets 100 yards receiving, and the only time he was over 100 was that week.
Yeah. So maybe he should just get arrested every day.
Every week.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. Yeah. But yeah, they won. Again, we're down talking Tua. I've had crazy takes today. I don't know why.
Yeah, you got 5 years to live.
No, but what I'm saying is you're gonna have with crazy injuries like this. He's definitely shortened the lifespan.
It's scary.
It's terrifying, and I wish him the best. I said he should have retired, but at least wear a guardian cap. I'd wear a guardian cap
Or
if
maybe
I got
don't
one.
dive neck first into a guy's thigh.
Yeah, we've seen Smithport Hubbers retire for 1 concussion. Not many. Chris, maybe. I think that. shout out
He
Chris
had
Speedy.
12 concussions.
Okay, yeah, but he did retire due to that.
He did retire.
From his career. But on side of the Rams, I think the Rams still have a chance. I mean, this division's very open, I'd say.
Yeah. They're only a game out, right? Or
Yeah,
2?
in Puka, you have Cup. I think Dolphins, though, I still think their season's over. They're 3-6.
Yeah, but they don't have to play Buffalo again, so they don't have 2 auto losses.
Yeah, that's also
So
true.
If they get hot and they get to 9-8, maybe they get in.
How many wins do they have to get for?
They'd have to go 6-2 to be 9-8.
I'm saying for McDaniel to keep his coaching position.
I think you got to make. You have to be at least 9-8.
You have to be 9.
Maybe 8-9.
8-9. You think he keeps it?
Because you can give the excuse of Tua being out if you're him.
I don't think he's on the hot seat.
No.
I think he's there to stay.
I think he's got next
really
year
do.
to show us that he can. Still
I think
do it,
next
but
year, though, I think there is a chance because he really hasn't proved anything.
he hasn't. He's terrible once it gets cold out, which is
Hell of an
inexcusable.
offensive coordinator, but I just, as a head coach, I'm not sure if I like his decisions.
Yeah, like they can make a push. Their next games, they got the Raiders, they got the Patriots, then they got the Packers, and then they play Jets, Texans, Niners, Browns, Jets.
I think it's.
That's an easy schedule.
I don't know.
That is an easy.
I think I see 2 losses on there. That gets you to 9-8.
We'll choke one
So
away.
it's possible, but then you got all the other big beasts of the AFC.
Yeah. You gotta help. You gotta have help too.
Should Odell give it up?
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's
Yeah.
awful.
He's terrible.
Terrible. His crypto's going great. I don't know if you
It
see
That was a
His
big
his
move.
Bitcoin
Big
is
baller
going
move.
up,
Him
yeah.
and Russell Okung.
But no, Odell's bad. I'm just gonna say it. He's been hurt too much. He's not good.
Yeah, shout out Bitcoin.
Okay, we're an hour in. What do we want to do?
We can
College
talk
football?
college rankings and maybe some big games this week.
Army number 15,
They moved up a bunch, I think. Yeah.
ranked above. Who was it that was saying they're above?
Notre Dame 8. They'd
Notre Dame
smash
moves up to 8.
They would smash BYU.
They
I
would
think.
smash BYU and Indiana.
Yeah. Indiana being 5 is so
It's a
crazy.
joke. They haven't played anybody. Their best win is just against Michigan, who's 5-5. So.
Why'd Boise State go down?
Yeah, Army's ranked 16.
I
They're ranked
don't know.
above.
Because Georgia lost. That's why.
They're ranked above Clemson and Colorado.
Oh yeah,
That's
because Ole Miss
wild.
passed them.
I mean, you think Colorado's not going to boat race them by 50 points? Like,
Yeah.
are we serious?
I mean, you just gotta give it. They're probably the lowest ranked undefeated team.
I mean, hopefully they're undefeated by the time next week rolls around, so we can boat race them by 75 points.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the games. We'll start Notre Dame, UVA, 3:30 Saturday. I think this should be a pretty easy win for Notre Dame. UVA coming off a win at Pitt, though. Pitt was ranked, but I don't see them doing it again. They're not that good.
Let me actually pull up the games. I didn't have that ready.
Ohio State's going to smash Northwestern. Sneaky game here. Texas at Arkansas, noon kickoff Saturday. Texas favored by 12, but Arkansas beat Tennessee at home earlier this season. They've played tough against some of the better SEC teams. I think that Arkansas can cover that 12-point spread, but I think Texas probably walks out of there.
Oh, I will say, by the way, you had great polls last week.
Dude, we were hot last week.
The only one we got wrong, Michigan, Indiana.
Yeah, but that was close, too.
We even said Ole Miss has a good shot to beat Georgia. We said it could happen.
We had a great week in college football last week.
Miss Georgia.
They did,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, the only one we missed, we said Michigan would beat Indiana, and they almost did.
And I did say that Utah has a good chance to beat BYU. They lost by a point.
They lost by a point. That was a great game.
Not mad at that. But yeah, this
I
week-
think Arkansas covers the spread, makes it close against Texas at home.
What did you say the spread was?
12.
So do you guys like put your picks in at the end here? Like what do you
For NFL, we will.
For the NFL?
We're just talking college, like some of the big college
Do you
games.
do it for college too? Like
We don't make picks, no, but like
we're
we'll talk
picking
about it.
some of them right here.
Yeah.
How
we
about
got-
Tulane getting back in the top 25?
Good for
Tulane, I
Tulane.
thought was a good football team coming into the season.
That's gonna be
It's
a
a
good
good game.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a good game. Who do you guys have, Tulane Navy?
I'm gonna take Tulane. I just don't think
Yeah.
Navy can keep up with Tulane's offense.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
It's only a 7-point spread, but the over/under is 52.5. So like, I think Tulane probably covers.
Who do we have? Alabama or Mercer?
Scheduling Mercer mid-November is crazy.
Yeah, what?
That's crazy.
Okay, in actual game, Missouri, South Carolina, 24 versus 23.
I like South Carolina.
Yeah,
Missouri was talking all sorts of crap last week on the SEC, saying, "Well, we're going to run the table. We're going to win the SEC. All right, you're going to lose this week to South Carolina, and that's over." So how's that? For rooting interest only, I'm rooting South Carolina.
I'm rooting South Carolina. I'm gonna give it to Missouri. I'm giving them a nod here.
What do you think about Texas Arkansas? You think Arkansas can cover that?
What's the spread?
12. I think Arkansas makes it close at home.
I think so.
They beat the Vols at home.
Yeah, I think Arkansas is a very. Why can't I think of the word? They're a very hard nosed
Scrappy.
team.
I mean, they're 5-4,
Yeah.
but they've got some good losses. They have the best win in the SEC right now, probably. Besides Bama, they smashed LSU. Ole Miss had a good win.
I think a surprisingly good game. I think that Boise State versus San Jose State. I think that's gonna be a really good game. Actually, I think that's actually gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, Boise State struggled last week. I don't remember who they played because it was like a really non-significant game. But
Small Nevada.
yeah,
Was.
Nevada was bad, and they almost won that game too.
Yeah.
So.
Tennessee, Georgia.
Tennessee, Georgia.
That's gonna be
a
sick.
good
a
game.
battle.
I think Georgia wins that game.
Georgia's got to win or they miss the
They
playoff.
have to win.
Give me Tennessee here.
Yeah,
I think the
I'm
Vols have looked great. I want to see Tennessee win this
Georgia's
one for Vols.
favored by 9.5.
9 and
Dude.
Georgia's?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that Tennessee's covering the spread 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like the Vols, but Nico looked like crap last week.
Fair.
But Carson Beck's looked like crap all year.
He was laughing on the sideline. Can we talk about that?
He's bad.
They were losing by 2 scores, and he's on the sideline smiling. Oh, this is a great time. I'm
Well,
loving
I'd
it.
be smiling. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, say
I'm
it.
not gonna say that. You
Did
can say it.
Did you see that? Did you see that Carson Beck meme when it was like Carson Beck draft, like ceiling and floor, and the ceiling was Daniel Jones, and his floor was
Will Levis. I saw that.
Is he the McCarthy, JJ McCarthy of college football?
Yeah.
Like,
He's just bad, dude.
What
Yeah.
happened to McCarthy?
He's playing like his
Injured.
girlfriend.
Injured. Yeah.
he's playing what?
Like his girlfriend.
Oh, like you said, like your girlfriend.
No, I mean she's not. She's a baller.
I can say Mara dots.
Dots. Other than that, I don't see that many great games. I think LSU Florida could be a good
is
game.
ranked 7th.
I think
It's
BYU
a
could
joke.
lose any one of these games. I think they're just.
Who do they play?
Kansas.
I think they probably
Yeah.
win.
Kansas just beat someone good.
Did they?
Yeah, they beat Iowa State.
Oh,
Knocked
okay.
them out of the rankings.
We said Iowa State was so overrated. Though. They were top 10.
They lost two straight since we said that. So known college football knowers right here in this room.
Somehow I am.
ESPN should hire us.
Kansas has a chance to just ruin everybody's season.
I love that for them.
They beat Iowa State. They play BYU this week, and then next week they play
Who's
Colorado.
Colorado play
Wow.
this week? Utah.
So like if Kansas wins out, right? They spoil 3 seasons in a row,
Yep.
and then they go be number 1 in basketball all year.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome.
Do you think Colorado makes the playoff?
If they
No.
win out, yes.
I don't.
If they win, well, they have to if they win the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, that's
If they get the auto bid. So I think it's possible. They don't have a very strong schedule. If they get to the Big 12 championship
Utah,
game,
Kansas, Oklahoma State. What if Kansas just played spoil there too?
it'd be cool. That'd be
They
cool.
just, they just want Kansas wins out.
I think LSU Florida's sneaky too. Watch out for Florida to
bro.
get an upset there.
LSU did not look good.
No, I was gonna say LSU. That -3.5. I feel
LSU's
like
terrible.
I thought
They just got beat by
Stop.
40 by Alabama last week.
Oh wait, that was a bad take. I said LSU was winning.
No way, dude. Brian Kelly sucks.
They're still gonna win.
Yeah,
I think Florida might win that game.
No.
he had a fun moment before the game though.
Where
So.
is it though?
It's at Florida,
Ah.
in the swamp. Lagway's playing, I believe.
Anyways, that was college football. I don't know. What's time looking like? An hour 10. We can. What do you
Make
guys
some
want to
game
jump
picks?
into?
You want to make game picks?
Make game picks.
Let's see.
Commanders Eagles just got underway, so let's make our picks before anyone scores.
Give me Commanders. I'm taking Commanders. Why? Because I think the Eagles are due to lose one of these. I think the Commanders are going to come out heavy, and I think that honestly, I think Jaden Daniels. I think he's good. He's very good at going against adversity. I think he's going to come out and win this game.
I'm taking the Manders too. You know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. If you make him play in the pocket and you give him a little bit of pressure, he's terrible.
Yeah.
He'll throw pick after pick. Commanders front seven's too good not to give him trouble tonight, so I'm going to take them. I'm not going to give you a score, but I'm going to take the Commanders.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. Just
Devil's
Commanders.
advocate.
yeah, they're just a good team. I mean, Commanders just kind of got beat up. They didn't get like destroyed, but they got kind of shaken up coming into this week. Kind of feeling a little pressure, like they got to win this game. Eagles are kind of
This could be decided division.
right.
So.
They've been pretty good. They've played a lot of these games before. I mean, they were in the Super Bowl last year. They played a lot of big games. This is nothing new. I think they just take care of business today.
Fair.
Tonight,
Commanders,
actually.
Commanders. No talking afterwards.
Just because Jaden Daniels has aura?
Yeah,
okay.
I like the way he walks.
I respect that.
Yeah.
All
Wait,
right.
They play. Wait, one last thing. Have the Eagles
Yeah.
and Commanders played yet or no?
No.
This is first time.
First time.
Okay.
Raiders,
know.
Dolphins.
Raiders, Dolphins. What's
Dolphins.
the spread here?
Give me the Dolphins.
Dolphins
Tua.
-7.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm saying I'm going to take Dolphins. I think they cover that spread.
I think the Raiders have been just. I mean,
They're just
I
not a
don't
good
think
team.
They've just been very, very bad.
Dolphins absolutely need it to keep their season rolling, so give me the Dolphins. Easy.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to cover the spread. The -7 easy there, Dolphins.
I'm surprised the spread's even that close.
I mean,
to be
I would
tight.
go 6.5 if that's the case. I don't like the 7
NFL's
there,
always
but-
close.
I think it's pretty close. I mean, I think the Dolphins are. I mean, obviously they're favored in this game, but I think this is like a double-digit win for them. I mean,
they win big. I
they
think.
just
bad.
beat the Rams. The Raiders are just pitiful.
They're bad.
I mean, they're just not a good football
Bad football team. Sorry, George.
Yeah, man.
It's a bad game next.
What do we got?
Saints Browns.
That's the worst game of the year.
I don't even know if I really want to. Should I make a pick?
You have to make a pick. They got to pick all the games.
I was gonna say a tie.
Who else is going to
honestly.
pick the games?
Well, who else picks the game? No, honestly, give me the Browns by Jameis Winston's speech.
I'm
It doesn't matter what
yeah.
happens.
The spread is Browns -1.
Mine says Saints -1.
Mine says Saints -1 as well.
So, like, it could go either way.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Browns just because they're less bad than the Saints.
These are some bad games this week.
I'm taking the Saints.
I'm gonna go
Derek
Browns.
Carr. I mean, he just.
You're right though. He's a good dude. I'd go Saints.
That's not a bad take. They're both terrible
no
teams.
good
yeah,
dude.
Saints.
Known good dude.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston, much better known dude than Deshaun Watson, though. So
Yeah, for sure.
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah, allegedly 37 times.
Only 24 people.
Colts Jets next up. This is give me the Colts.
Yeah.
Richardson starting. Rodgers, I'm gonna say 2 picks, 4 podcast interviews after the game where he does not care. Yeah, give me
Important
the
news:
Colts.
Richardson is starting the rest of the season.
Yes.
So this is where out of a young guy who just got benched for Joe Flacco to be sitting next to him every game, not all ticked off, like blaming the world for it, being there trying to learn. I don't know. I think this is a good spot for him to come back. Taking it, I don't want to say an easy team, but kind of an easy team to come back and trying to have a good game against.
I'd say an easy team.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna take the Jets.
Yeah.
I think that
We're
they're
very
gonna win. The only reason they're gonna win is because they're gonna have a little bit more delusion this week coming up, and then they're gonna get humbled again next week. Like the cycle's gonna keep continuing. So they're gonna win one of these games that it really doesn't matter because the Colts aren't that good either.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation next week. We're gonna be like, are the Jets back? No.
ESPN's gonna have the conversation, but we're not.
Yeah, Stephen A's gonna tell us they're back.
Yeah. So I think they probably sneak out of there. They're favored by 4 at home. I think they're gonna win in an ugly football game.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly what you said. I agree completely. Jets.
Colts
You said that one loud, I'm not
18-13.
gonna lie.
Final score 18-13.
Colts
It's gonna be like
twen-
10-6.
Yeah, that's
21-10 Colts.
But the Jets don't cover, no? Do they usually not, right? They're known for that, or am I tripping?
I don't.
Well, you
bet.
wouldn't know. I would know.
I don't bet ever.
Yeah, same.
Awesome. This is a great conversation piece. Okay, we'll just hop in. Vikings Titans.
Vikings
This is an
Titans.
obvious Vikings, I believe.
I think
Right?
the Vikings are winning even with a bad Sam Darnold.
Like
If
they're on the way down, but like the Titans are just not
Titans are
good.
dogs.
If Sam Darnold throws 1 touchdown, they win. So I'm gonna say the Vikings.
Vikings, even though they probably don't deserve to win, will win. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
It's gonna be the worst 8-2
I
football
think the
team ever.
Vikings are gonna kill them. To be honest, that's my.
Yeah, they
feeling.
probably will.
Yeah.
How many yards are we projecting for Justin Jefferson?
Oh, 188 maybe.
Wow.
Nah,
That's
Wow.
164.
Wow.
On
I'm
the
gonna
dot.
say
That's a lot.
87.
I love it.
164.
I was gonna say 111.
He's gonna have a big ball.
Give me
somewhere,
seven.
so.
Give me 71.
There you go.
Alright.
There you go.
Good secondary. Next up, Packers Bears. This is gonna be a good game. Give me the
This is
Packers
gonna be
regardless.
good.
Yeah,
game.
100%.
I think it's a good divisional game. I can't pick Caleb Williams right now.
Is this in Lambeau?
No.
No.
Ooh, it's in Chicago.
Yeah, it's
Still give me the Packers.
Solar Field. It's falling apart.
Like I said last week, the Bears have totally quit on Eberflus. They're totally given up. They don't have an identity. Give me the Packers by 3 scores.
DJ Moore giving up.
Yes.
He's
DJ Moore.
awful.
Eberflus has lost the locker room. DJ Moore went on the record and said he wants Tyson Bagent to start, which like that doesn't make any sense.
Crazy.
He actually did. What?
Yeah, he said that
Really?
straight up.
Yeah, they've totally
That's a
fallen
crazy
apart.
statement.
Packers by 3 scores.
Yeah, Packers.
Big.
Give him 14. How many yards is Dontavian Wicks going for?
He's
12.
going to be absent, but Jaden Reed's going to have 85 plus.
I respect that. I'll give Jaden Reed he's getting 35. I'm saying a slow day. Everyone else is gonna feed though.
They have 4 of the same receiver, and they're all pretty quality. So it depends on which one plays well.
Okay. What's the next game?
The game of the week?
Jags Lions.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about Jags Lions.
Game of the week.
Is
Jags
Mac
Lions.
Jones? Is it Maction time still?
I think so, and the Lions are favored by 14. I think they cover that.
Yeah.
to
Give
be
me the
honest.
Lions
Really?
by. Give me the Lions by 28. That's
They're
crazy
going to win
to
by
say.
50 points. It's
But
gonna be ridiculous.
yeah.
It's going to be a slaughter.
I think Mac Jones throws 1 pick but has 2 fumbles.
I bet. Got the pulling the Eagles game up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've done that before. That's valid. Yeah. I think Lions cover the 14-point spread.
Yeah.
They've just looked unreal this year. I mean, it's just crazy.
Lion.
Rams, Pats. This is the game we can be brief about. I just don't see the Pats actually winning this one, in my opinion.
no, this is-
I'm gonna go Rams. I think that the Rams want to get their get back after last game. I think that the receiving core being back, Cooper Kupp has looked great. Puka is a pretty solid player. So I think that they're gonna win. I think Stafford does well. They do enough. They win by 3 points. 7 points. They'll win by 7.
I'm taking the Pats.
Wow.
Drake May's hot. It's in Gillette. Rams are a warm weather team playing in a cold environment at Gillette. Tough place to play. This is one of those games the Rams are gonna look back on and say, we probably should have had that one. It's gonna cost them a playoff spot.
I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm taking Rams too. I just can't. I can't get myself to.
You probably shouldn't root for the Pats.
No. I mean, I'm not even gonna root for the Rams. I'm just gonna root against the Pats.
I'm rooting for the Pats.
What?
As a Bills fan, I'm rooting for them.
That's a crazy statement.
Listen, no, hear me out, because I think we're going to make playoffs. We're so close to playoffs. These teams can get a few more wins in our division and tank their draft picks, get a mid-round pick.
Wow.
I don't want them picking top 3 again. Then
No,
they're
the
going to
Pats are running the table and you're losing out, so you should probably be careful.
Can you imagine? If the Bills, every team can win out in our division. If the Bills do not make the playoffs, it's sad. I think at that, because they still have to play the Pats twice. Oh, wait, if they win out, we might, because the Pats would beat us twice. Okay, regardless.
Pats are winning this game. They're going to look actually competent on offense.
Game of the week, and actually game of the week. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I'll say game of the week. Ravens Steelers.
It's game of the week. It's always game of the week.
Second game of the week, but
There's 2.
there's 2.
Co-game of the week. And they're not at the same time slot, so it's going to be electric for
Can I
all
start this
football
one out?
viewers.
Are we 4 o'clock slate?
Yes. And then Sunday night's actually a good game too, Bengals-Chargers. So
Can
it's
I-
a very nice Sunday slate.
Can I start this one though?
You got it.
Ravens Steelers. Give me the Steelers. I'm right here, and it doesn't matter. The Steelers have the Ravens numbers. Lamar looks bad against them. The Ravens overall look bad. Tomlin just outcoaches every time, and I think that the Steelers in a divisional game, they want it more. They're chippier. They're better. In the head-to-head matchups, they're just a better team out there. I'm gonna say that Steelers are gonna win. They're gonna win by 10.
I agree with you, and you know who I'm picking.
Yep.
Picking the Ravens.
Wow.
Because you know why
No,
I'm picking the Ravens.
I get it. I respect it.
Yeah.
Go Flock.
I think the Steelers are gonna take it. Plus 150 is pretty clean there, so I'm gonna go Steelers on that one.
I'm gonna be the voice of reason in this room right now. It's the Ravens are winning this.
No
I-
way.
This guy just picked the Ravens.
The Ravens
like-
are going to win the game.
And I like the Steelers, but I think we just got to come to reality and just Steelers are a good football team, but the way that these two teams are going to match up, Ravens are just going to drive and score as many points as they can, and that's opposite of what the Steelers need in a game like this.
To argue a little bit here, I will say the Steelers have a quarterback and still swept the Ravens last year.
In
And they
a
do this
game and a
almost
half,
every year.
in a one real game and a throwaway game.
Was
I
it?
mean,
9 out of the last 10.
Listen to him.
It's like okay, I'll put it this way. The Steelers against the Ravens is how the Bills are against the Dolphins, in my opinion.
It's fact.
It doesn't matter what the teams look like. We own them right now, and the Steelers kind of own the Ravens. But the Ravens are a very good team.
this is a fully,
I
for the
will
most part,
probably eat
fully
my words.
healthy Ravens team.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I might be making a trip.
No, but I mean, it's gonna be a great game.
It's playoff game.
Give me the Ravens.
35.
No, I was gonna say 28.
I think it's a
17.
shootout, and it's usually never a shootout between these two teams.
That's why I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to get into that shootout mode. I think that's just not how they are, and it's going to be the Ravens on top of the Steelers, 28-17.
We might have
Come
won
back in a
shootout
week.
last week. We
Come
might
back
have
here in
won
a few
shootout
days.
last week.
Come back here in a few days.
Yeah, but who's at quarterback?
The
Mr.
Unlimited.
Next up, we have Seahawks, Niners. I'm actually going Hawks here.
Wow.
Even if Niners are getting healthier, I still don't think they're extremely healthy in
It's
comparison.
a spicy football game for
And
sure.
yeah, I think the Hawks need this win. I think they both need this win, but honestly, I am going Seahawks here.
I think I'm going to take them too, honestly. I think Geno plays bad against bad teams, but he plays well against good teams.
Yeah.
And I think Geno's going to have 330 and 3 tuds.
Kenneth Walker's going 80 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown, 3 yards receiving. That's
Okay.
very specific.
Yeah,
but
you're allowed to do that for sure. I think it's going to be a shootout too. I don't think none of their. Never mind. Forget that. It's going to be a shootout. Geno's going to throw for 330, and the Seahawks are going to win.
Wait, when's DK back?
He's black. Well, yeah, he is black. He is black, but he's back this week.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride that train, and I'm gonna go Seahawks with that.
He is. He's an African American male. He's actually a very big one too. So.
What's the spread
You
on
don't
this?
have to. We get the
6.5.
point. You don't have
It's
to keep.
6.5 Niners.
Yeah, I'm taking the Niners, but I think the Seahawks will cover the spread.
Yeah.
I think
Whatever
it'll be
reason,
a much
they
better
always
game.
play good teams tough.
I think it's going to be a much better game than people are suspecting, but I think the Niners in their core are just a better team than the Seahawks.
Give me DK Metcalf with like 98 yards as well.
And 2
That's
tutties.
just a good
2
number.
tutties?
Yeah.
I like that.
2
that.
tutties from DK. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, it's a
I would
shootout.
love that for fantasy.
You go
Yeah,
DK?
me too. I'll throw him in the lineup this week if he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
He also is the other one.
So crazy.
Not in a bad way, but yeah.
What do you mean not? You can just say like you can just.
Well, I gotta clarify that I'm
no
not
bad way.
I'm not throwing any slurs out here.
No. We get it.
Well, they didn't know. They didn't know.
They should know. Listen,
Nah.
Booth Review is a very inclusive podcast.
It is.
So next up we have Falcons Broncos.
Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
Ooh, yeah, I'm
All
gonna
day.
take Denver too.
It's
I
Bell
think-
Nick's time.
I think the AFC's wild card teams are just better than the NFC's wild card teams.
Yeah.
Really.
Give me Bo Nick's 2 rushing touchdowns.
You know who's
Oh.
starting a running back this week for the Denver Broncos?
Who would that be?
Sean McCoy.
Audric Estime.
Oh.
It might be wraps for the Falcons defense. You don't know who that is as a Notre Dame football fan?
No, but I'm saying for it to be wraps for the Falcons on that.
Dude, he's like 300 pounds. He's huge.
Okay, and
He was the best college running back I ever saw.
Never
And
mind.
he was better than Kyron Williams in college.
I know a few 300-pounders. I'm not saying they're going to be great.
No, he's gonna have a good week.
Okay.
Audric Estime's rushing total, whatever it is, hammer the over.
Are you hammering the over?
Me personally, I probably not. But that's because of my insufficient funds. So,
If we all pitch in and lend him like $200 each, then he
But
can
I
pound
think-
the over.
There we go.
I think that could be a difference maker for the Broncos offense is using him more. I think he's a good player,
We'll have to see. I will say I won't know how well he's going to do.
especially
but
with the way their secondary is. But their front seven's not as good.
Yeah.
Broncos run heavy. They're gonna win.
Okay, now. Actually, we didn't all make picks, did we? Give me the Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's a clean sweep with the
Nice.
Broncos.
Sweet, I love that actually. That's crazy because I don't think Falcons are bad, but
You know what that means, though?
Yeah,
Broncos
the
are not
Falcons are
winning.
gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcons got this by 30. Okay, now to the actual game of the week. Bills
The
Chiefs.
co-game of the week. Yeah.
Bills Chiefs at Highmark.
Yeah, it's
At
gonna
Highmark Senior.
I think Mahomes has played awful. I think Allen's played really well this year. Yeah, I think that the Bills have looked like a better team, even though they have a worse record. Give me the Chiefs. I'm serious.
I respect it.
I'm gonna say Chiefs. I'm doing
You're
Brandon's
pulling
strategy.
me. Yeah.
Chiefs are winning by 40 in Highmark.
What would you do if they really won by 40 though? They come in there and win 50-10. What is your reaction next week?
I don't know if there will be a next week. Patrick Mahomes, five passing touchdowns. Josh Allen, 4 picks.
Wow.
And a career-ending injury.
All right. Give me the
No,
Bills.
no.
Give me the Bills by, I'll say 12 points.
Whoa. I think the Bills by single digits.
I think this is going to be a classic Bills slow start game. Come back in the second half and just blow them out
Classic
of the
dugout
water.
moment. It's gonna be so sick.
I think let James Cook's gonna have a big.
Genuinely though, I did pick Chiefs, but I think it's gonna come down to a nail biter as a Bills fan. It's gonna come down to the last drive and probably a game-winning
always,
field
yeah.
goal.
100%.
By Tyler Bass.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass is a
Bass
storybook
back.
kicker.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit a big kick, get revenge on the win from last year's playoff game.
Why?
That would be sick. And then
In
they're
the
gonna
playoffs, he's gonna do it again. He missed it wide right.
he's gonna miss. No, wide left.
Oh, he's gonna make up for it. He's
He's
gonna
making up. He's
overcompensate.
gotta overcompensate.
For the win. He's gonna hit it off the upright, and then he's gonna No, I'm not gonna say that.
I do hear the wind is gonna be 80 miles per hour. There's gonna be a hurricane going on the field.
Snowstorm.
Snowstorm.
This is a big game, though. The Bills need this if they want to win the AFC.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs only have one more tough game left.
And that would be. I can't remember.
Heinz Field on Christmas Day.
Oh, I'm picking the Steelers already. By a billion.
Sounds like a vibes pick for me, honestly.
By a billion, I'm gonna take them.
Yeah. We're not losing a home on Christmas. I
No.
might actually pick us for that game.
That's either gonna be a great Christmas morning or an awful Christmas morning.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better if we were 10-2 going into that, and I didn't have to worry about it.
And the only thing that this game does for the Bills is improve playoff seeding.
Yeah.
It does nothing That has nothing to do with beating the Chiefs because we already beat them up in the regular season. This has nothing to do with winning the AFC East. This is just, do you want to buy?
Perfect scenario, obviously.
You
Bills.
could injure Patrick Mahomes.
That's crazy.
He's going to fake an injury anyways.
He's going to be the Big Ben fake injury. Yeah.
The best scenario for the Bills this weekend is Bills win, of course.
No, best scenario for the Bills is the Bills loss.
Well, actually, it might be. But
Bills healthy. That's your best case.
Yeah.
But that is true. But
Bills
I'm saying
loss, win
if
the
we stay
playoffs.
healthy, Bills win and the Steelers win, perfect weekend.
That would be beautiful. I mean, usually it's been happening a lot.
We've had a
this
lot
year,
of those
so.
weekends this year.
And Notre Dame.
Yeah, and Notre Dame.
3 Notre Dame fans in the room.
I'm finally getting into college football. It took me long enough.
Yeah.
It took a video game to be dropped for me to actually get into this stuff because I'm cool and shit. But
You just can't say that on there.
no, it's not 9 o'clock. We are here, Bengals Charger. I've said it like 5 times.
Might as well say it again.
Well, we're okay. If your grandmother's listening, if you are that grandmother, I do apologize. Have a wonderful night. But the Bengals Chargers are playing. So
Is the Bills game the only No, there's a couple. Sorry.
Give me the
Disregard.
Chargers for this game.
honestly, I say give me the Bengals for this game. I agree with the 6-6 Chargers now. I think they're gonna. I don't actually think they'll drop 3, but I think that they will slow down here, and I feel like they are gonna be like a 9-8 team. So I'm gonna actually take the Chargers losing this one, and I think Joe Burrow's due.
Joey B's doing it. Bengals.
And then they're gonna come back and take the division.
Whoa.
All right, yeah. All right, let's settle down. I think this is a test to see if the Bengals offense is real or if the Chargers defense is real because they're going to be going against each other. So that'll be an interesting watch. Chargers are favored. I'll take the Chargers. I think their defense is real. Bengals going to lay a stinker and they're going to be cooked for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Playing for their playoff lives.
What did Joe Burrow say a few weeks ago? He just needs to go like 7-2 or something like that.
Yeah,
He's like, easy. We'll just go 7-2. Now they're
We'll just
Like
win
I said,
8 out of our last 8.
What do you say? It's possible.
now
Or
they
it's
have
doable.
To. What do they have to go now? Like 8-1.
Yeah, we'll just win 8 out of our last 7, and then they lose, and then they'll win
8 out of our last 7. Yeah.
Biggest Monday night game of all time. The
Is this
Texas
in LA?
Bowl.
The battle of
Yeah,
Texas.
it is. It's at SoFi. So the Bengals will flood that place.
I thought you were saying Texans game is at SoFi. I'm like, sick.
The Texas Bowl
The
for
Texas
Monday night.
Bowl. Battle of Texas. Give me Texans. I don't care if Stroud's going to want to throw this game away. He could throw 6 picks. I don't think Cooper Rush or whoever's back there is going to win this game. I love hating the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys going, 3-7. Yeah, they'll be 3-7 after this loss.
I'm gonna take Houston to cover 7.5. I think they win by like 2, 2, 3. I mean, yeah.
2-3s?
Yeah. YNW Melly. I think they win by 3 scores.
That's brutal.
Like by 17 plus.
One who else is 17? Josh Allen. Not of age.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have to go with the Cowboys. Always. A plus 2.
That's a joke.
Always.
That's a joke.
I,
They're bad.
not this week.
Saying I'm going the Cowboys
this
always
week.
is like saying I'm choosing to be unhappy the rest of my life.
Well, that's how it feels usually. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the boys, of course.
The boys.
Yeah, give me the Texans. Kind of obvious, but not
Hey,
much
Dak.
to be said.
Hey Dak.
Dak.
This is an anti-Dak podcast.
This is an anti-Dak podcast.
Hey Dak.
It's been that way for 3 years.
We're looking at you. I know you're from a hospital bed, chilling, thinking you're enjoying your night watching.
He's not in a hospital bed. Dak, you suck. You suck, Dak. You suck.
Dak. I know you're watching Modern Family right now, sitting on your couch scrolling, thinking life's just peaches. You're terrible, man, and this team's terrible.
You're bad at your job.
You're bad at your
You're
job.
bad at your
You're
job.
bad at laying on the couch. You're not even doing that right. So,
Watch that ice.
yeah, we're looking through the camera right now, watching you in your own house. You're awful.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a few more. Actually, I want to talk about that are not football, not basketball related before we end the podcast.
Yep.
A few fights this weekend, actually.
Big fights weekend. John Jones
Friday and
and Jake
Saturday.
Paul and Mike Tyson all in the ring this weekend.
At the
Charles
same time.
Oliveira as well versus Michael Chandler.
Yes.
which
dude,
is gonna
big
be
UFC
sick.
card.
We should watch this.
We should
Oh,
watch it.
you're
Well,
not
I'm not
gonna
going to be here, but I will watch that.
He's never here. He
Never.
hates this place.
Yeah, right.
Big anniversary this weekend. I can't miss.
Ah, the 17th. That's right.
Yeah.
Why? I shouldn't know that. That's
You
so
do.
weird.
You don't even know my birthday, but you know that.
It's the 28th.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, nice.
Oh my
Nice.
God, I'm on one.
It's the 28th. It's been 2.5 weeks since you turned 21.
Yeah, he's big 30 soon. He's
I
pushing.
know, right?
He's pushing P.
We're pushing 30. Pushing the hairline.
Pushing
back,
positivity.
too.
You've been pushing that back for a decade. Good hat, big hat wearer, Brandon
Big
Higley.
hat guy, yeah.
Big hat guy. Okay, so yeah, we'll start UFC. We'll go John Jones versus Stipe.
Jones in one.
Jones
one.
in 2 minutes, honestly. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be close. Jones though, ducking, heavy ducker right now. Won't fight Aspinall. That's kind of the big story
Yeah,
there.
it's kind of whack. I don't know why. He's the best pound for pound fighter.
He's the best pound for pound.
Why won't he fight him?
He's not my goat. I'll say it straight up. Not my goat. Bad dude, which you can say that doesn't matter.
Terrible dude.
Terrible dude. I mean,
Syracuse alum. Terrible guy.
in society, if you told people, oh yes, this guy just does steroids, beats his wife, has multiple arrests, you'd be like, bad dude. He's a celebrity. People are like, he's the GOAT. He's an amazing dude. Like, I'm serious. You have people talking like that, but because he's a celebrity. If you just said that regularly, that wouldn't happen. He's an awful dude, and he's not my GOAT because, he PEDs constantly.
Yeah, he's a big Peds guy.
A bit. Yeah. And I don't know. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to maul him, but he's ducking Aspinall right now.
Which is crazy.
Dana White just went out and said the winner of this fight is going to fight Aspinall, regardless of the Pereira stuff.
Is he going to, lose by disqualification then? Or, what are we doing here? Is he going to duck him by losing the fight?
Jones, notorious eye poker, they changed the gloves for this fight to the old gloves, which were notorious for eye pokes, which is crazy that they changed them before he fights. But
Dana loves him, though.
Dana does love him. Pound for pound, number one. Which I don't get that. I don't understand the whole pound for pound. Isn't pound for pound I thought in other things pound for pound was lightest fighters best. You have the best pound for pound being Iverson, in basketball.
It means just all things even.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not even him. Give me Makachev. But my GOAT, Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, best to do it. I don't even care if he's flyweight.
CM Punk, the best UFC fighter in history.
But no, I think Stipe is gonna lose. I think it'd be great if he won, but he's 42.
Yeah, it's over. The fight's already over.
Other fight, I have Oliveira. Oliveira coming off 2 losses, lost to Makachev, and then just lost to was it Almania with a. He almost choked him out. But regardless, I think Oliveira is going to beat Chandler. I think Chandler's a lot of talk and not a lot of fight. I think he's overrated. I don't like Michael Chandler.
He's easy to root against.
Yeah, very easy. And I think that the ship's kind of sailed with him. I think that it's hard for fighters to bounce back, but I think that second round submission by Oliveira is what's going to happen. So,
yeah, I think so.
Give me Bronx.
That'll be a great fight, I think, though. Just hype-wise, I think the hype for it's skyrocketing right now.
So sorry, by the way. I just want to talk fighting a little bit. I don't care if you guys watch.
I don't know fighting well. I just know Jake Paul's gonna win.
We can talk boxing.
Wait, that's where we're going next.
Okay.
Jake Paul. Yeah, we have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
The 56-year-old Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Who did you see him? Was it yesterday? His
pissed.
trainer was taking his shirt off. He is huge.
Yeah.
Did you see him get pissed yesterday?
No.
They were asking him questions, and they were like, "Oh, so what's gonna happen if you lose against Jake
Stop
Paul?"
asking me these questions.
That
was awesome.
I
you
told
see
my
Jake
my
Paul-
kids, they don't know me for boxing, but they're gonna see that their daddy's special. That's what he said. He said
Actually,
that.
for this fight prediction, I'm actually bringing in Mike Tyson. He's right in the other room.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's been listening in,
I'll
actually.
show myself out. No, I think Jake Paul wins this fight.
Did you see Jake Paul trolling him with the diamond earpiece?
Yeah.
Earpiece? That was
I think
awesome.
he wins. He's better cardio, better shape.
I think they're scripted, so I'm going Jake for that reason.
It's
I
been
do.
2 years since Jake's actually fought, right?
Oh wow, man.
It's been a while.
No, he fought somebody, but it wasn't a big pay-per-view event. He wanted to fight a real boxer, and he smashed.
Did you see? I'm sorry. Did you see who he called out? If he said if he won this fight,
Yeah, he wants Canelo.
he's
bad.
like, I'm
He
sorry.
wants Canelo bad. He's been calling him out for years.
That's a 45-second fight. He lost to Tommy Fury.
I want to see it though. I think it'd be an interesting watch.
I think Canelo.
to see if he can
I
do
don't think Canelo kills him. There are levels.
I want to see it.
I would love to see
There
it.
are levels to
He's
it.
done. Tommy, can you imagine Canelo versus Tommy Fury? That's a 45-second fight. That's a 45-second fight.
Yeah. I still think Jake Paul won the Fury fight, but
because that was split decision, right?
yeah. But
I
Jake
thought
had the only knockdown of the fight.
Right.
I think KSI won as well. I don't think Fury's good.
Yeah.
I'm
I
serious with that.
agree. KSI got robbed.
Yeah,
We're just talking
genuinely.
YouTube boxing now. This is the podcast now. So.
No, boxing is the most corrupt sport. It is.
Yeah.
Tyson
Other
Fury.
than World Cup soccer, but yeah.
Tyson Fury. What? The Tour de France as well. No, but Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury lost to Ngannou straight up. I watched that. The only
Big
knock.
cycling would never allow that to happen.
Big cycling guy, big cricket guy, Brandon Higley. But no, genuinely, boxing's rigged. There's been 5 fights I've watched this year that have been rigged. I thought they were gonna screw over Usyk after that fight. They didn't. I think Usyk wins again. But it's just.
I mean, it's a dying sport, so they're trying to just bring ratings to it.
It's
as much as they
dying
can.
for a reason. If you watch a sport and
Well, it's all UFC now because it's way better product.
you have 400,000 people watching this sport, and you have 3 people say that the fight goes a different way than what you saw, and they're all judges, that's BS.
Yeah.
I don't think it should go down to 3 judges.
I agree. That is.
I think UFC is a better product for the fans because you have a decisive winner.
Sometimes,
and you're
unless it's
watching
John
it-
Jones.
Well, yeah, but you're watching it for the violence. You're watching boxing for the violence, and there's not that much violence. Like they don't really allow you to really go after dudes.
Yeah.
Like UFC, people get knocked cold.
We've had this argument on the podcast before about a brief fight, and we talked about UFC versus boxing. You always have these boxers call out these UFC guys and say, box me, box me, box me.
Like Ben Askren should never have boxed Jake Paul. Like what is he?
No,
thinking?
but if you bring these boxers to UFC, it's also 1 round. Like kickboxers, they
100%.
have a lot. As soon as they take a leg kick, they eat a leg
Dude,
kick.
you're
It's
getting
over.
your shins breaking.
I've seen that before. Just UFC guys versus boxers. It actually, like not UFC guys, but mixed martial arts versus like boxing backgrounds. It's always just a clean sweep. One takedown. They
It's
can't
a
do
different
anything.
sport.
It's a completely different.
Totally
it's
different.
Much more skilled sport, and
Yeah.
I'll say that. Like
yeah.
boxing is dumb. I like boxing, but the fights aren't good anymore. There's not many super fights, and when there are, they seem very rigged.
Boxing died when Mayweather fought McGregor. That was the last big time.
I kind of
boxing
agree.
Fight.
Mayweather's not even my go. He's overrated. He
Yeah,
just fought 2 dudes.
Well,
he
he
doesn't fight
ducked
the
a
best.
bunch of fights, and he
That's
never won by knockout. It was always run away from him, hide in the corner. I didn't like his style.
The main problem I have with boxing as well is, sorry that I'm just dogging on it, but like, you have guys pad their records. If you're 24-0 in MMA, you're impressive. You're talented.
Yeah.
If you're 9-0 in MMA, you're a good fighter. You're 24-0 in boxing, you may have fought cardboard cutouts.
Right.
Like you're the
Yeah.
best, and you're choosing these
Well,
guys
because you
for
can
money.
have professionally sanctioned boxing matches against celebrities now. So like it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Like Jake Paul is a professional boxer now. Like he has a professional record. But like he fights Canelo. He's dying.
He fought an MMA guy and an MMA guy and a few MMA guys.
And Nate Robinson, the NBA player. So, he's qualified to fight Canelo.
I want to see Jake Paul, Le'Veon Bell.
That would be a great fight.
But
That would
it's
be
fun.
because Le'Veon Bell does box.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's pretty good.
Because he fought Frank Gore.
He
Frank
knocked out
Gore got
Frank Gore.
slumped. Like he
Yeah.
was done.
KO'd him. That's my running back. That's my GOAT. That's my hero.
Frank Gore.
No, he was my favorite player my entire childhood.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think?
mobile card?
He was so good.
There were some sick ones.
Yeah.
Do you think? Memories. Do you think we should sanction for the booth review our own boxing matches?
I was actually thinking about the same thing. I mean, like,
We could
May
do
as
it.
well.
We can get Alfred State baseball team in there as well.
Fight night?
Fight night.
We probably shouldn't advertise that.
Yeah, that is very true. But
Well, I'm
sorry.
actually bringing in alumni. I'm calling out Murph right here. If he's
Oh.
listening in, God, I would get rocked.
That's awesome.
If Murph's listening, dude, I would be out in a minute. Like I'm done. We're actually bringing in Ben Roethlisberger versus Mara. Mara's fighting
Okay.
Ben.
Well, they better. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that because I just can't say that. But you know where I was going.
If I'm Ben, you better bring the weighted gloves, otherwise you're done. So. Okay, I think that's been the booth review. We're an hour and 40 minutes in. I have to have dinner.
Overrated.
Oh
In my
yeah, for the
opinion.
most part, food's overrated in general.
Third most important meal of the day.
Wow.
Really?
No, I love dinner. I've never eaten
Really?
breakfast in my life.
Breakfast is gas. You make a good breakfast, but I agree. Dinner,
Every morning I
dinner
just get
takes it.
pineapple.
Just pineapple, like
No,
For
just-
breakfast
just
every morning,
pineapple.
straight pineapple.
Just straight pineapple.
I just have an energy drink for breakfast.
I had a white Monster this morning, so I was feeling good.
Nice.
coconut coconut Red Bull.
Coconut Red Bull had my first
Oh,
one
it's so
3 days
good.
ago.
It's so good.
It's amazing. I'll stand with that. This is not even a sports podcast. I'm leaving. Any shout outs?
I don't think so.
Shout out Red Bull, I guess.
Yeah. Shout out the
Sponsor me.
Commanders who are currently up 7-0 with 2 minutes left in the first.
Let's go.
Yep,
It's a big pick for non-gambling reasons,
for sure.
just for the show.
Any shout outs?
No, I'm good. Locking it.
Not your mom, not your dad, none of them?
No, I'm good.
Shout out to my dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Finn. Shout out Finn.
Yep.
Yeah, there we are.
He's him.
I don't know who.
Big Steeler guy.
Shout out Yulia. Welcome. Shout out Mocha the cat. So. Yeah, that's all I have.
Shout
Appreciate-
out Keith Hernandez's cat, who he had to get put down this week.
No. Oh my
Shout
god.
out to that. Rest in peace, Ben Herbstreit too. That sucks.
Oh yeah.
That's sad.
Absolutely. This
He
is
was
sad.
America's dog.
Okay.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the Booth Review. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. A third appearance is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
First appearance, you better
He's
be
an
back.
alumni. He's an alumni.
So
Yeah, right.
We'll be back to talk the Bills playoffs with
Oh, yeah.
with Tone for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
really, it'd be so sick. All right. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.